Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Ole Miss and Miami locked up in the Fiesta Bowl last night for the first of two college football playoff semifinal games. Miami came away with a 31-27 win and await the winner of Oregon and Indiana tonight in the Peach Bowl. Meanwhile, the basketball Buckeyes are in the Pacific Northwest. They played the Oregon Ducks last night and won 72-62. All five starters were in double digits for Ohio State. They'll finish up this trip with a visit to Seattle to face the Washington Huskies on Sunday. We'll have coverage of that game starting at 5 o'clock. Columbus Blue Jackets were in Sin City last night. They were up 2-0, but let in 4 unanswered and eventually lost 5-3. This update is sponsored by Eco Plumbers. Get $500 in free plumbing services when you buy a new water heater. Visit geteco.com and book today. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Breakfast time!
Hello, welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis. Can I take your order?
Just want a little breakfast.
Hey, you want some crabs? Because I got some of them.
Get ready to drive through the intersection of football, food, and fun. Come on, Joe! Featuring producer Dylan.
We're the 5 best rappers of all time.
Special guests.
You serious?
And you. Wake up.
For what?
It's time for T-Bone and Tyvis.
Good morning. Happy Friday to you. Football Friday. You're on The Fan. I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. How you doing, Tyvis? Good morning, bud.
Good morning. Not great.
No?
Not great.
What's wrong?
I got to tell you about this. I forgot to tell you this when we was outside.
Okay.
So yesterday, I have truly become like a full-fledged adult.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. I'm 31.
When did you think that was going to happen?
Like full-fledged, because when I was a kid, you don't understand things. But when parents get like a bill and you look at the bill and you go, oh no, that's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Sure.
that's when you like truly become like an adult.
Yeah, I would say that's right. That's one of the things.
Obviously.
Just paying bills in general does that.
Obviously, I've been pretty blessed in my life where it's like, it didn't matter what the bill was here. Just here's the money, go pay for it.
Sure.
Well, yesterday, I'm driving home from the Cleveland show. So every time I get off the show, as soon as I get off the show, I immediately call my wife. Sometimes we talk on the whole 2-hour drive. Sometimes not.
Oh, that's sweet.
I know, right?
That's really good.
So she was going through it yesterday. So because sidebar to this story, where she works at, her online school was like laying people off yesterday. So it was like a very rough conversation. And my wife is very empathetic,
Of course.
She's good. Like her job is fine, but like when she's
worried about her coworkers.
When she sees coworkers get laid off, it hits her as if they told her she was laid off.
Yeah, I can understand that.
So she was like crying and all of these things.
Sure.
So in the midst of all of this crying, she drops this bomb on me. She goes, "Yeah, our AEP bill came in." Mm-hmm. I said, "Okay, how much is it?" Before I go on, what is seemed to be high for an electric bill?
I think it depends on your house. Okay. I don't know that.
What would be the number?
Tell me what's a normal number for you?
My normal number is like $300.
Okay. Sure.
So
that sounds reasonable.
So what would be like alarming, like something this can't
I mean, more like if you went, I don't know, 30% up, let's say that's another $100, $400, that'd get the alarm bells for me.
Dylan, what would you say would be like if your normal bill is $300, what would be like, oh no?
Well, I'm having a similar issue. I would say regularly, because I just have like a 2-bedroom condo. I mean, it has a basement, so it's decent sized, but like $150 to $200 for me. Okay. But I don't have gas; it's all electric.
I'm all electric as well. But what would be the number that you would be like, yeah, I'm not paying that?
Probably, and I'm approaching this, $400.
Okay, you know how much to be?
Go ahead, tell me. I'm so excited to find out.
Lauren told me that bill from AEP was $910.
Oh my Jesus!
No,
$910.
What are you guys doing there?
This is the funniest part because I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, you're running the heater, like presumably because it's colder out, but you probably were doing that last month.
Correct.
Too,
yes.
So that wouldn't necessarily do it. Did you have a bunch of Christmas lights and inflatables out in your front yard? You were running it all? Okay.
No.
I mean,
I
that
had a
could
Christmas
do it.
tree up.
Because
One Christmas tree shouldn't take all that.
But you have to remember that for Christmas, I wasn't there. I went to Worcester for Christmas.
Oh, so y'all didn't have the lights on or any?
No.
You had it on, though, at some point. The Christmas light was on. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I could see in the Christmas holiday.
For like 3 days, nothing was on because nobody was there. So, like, from the Christmas Eve to, like, the day after Christmas, nobody was there.
Yeah, okay. That's definitely seems completely wrong.
So, yeah.
Completely wrong.
So, I looked at that and I was like, for the first time as an adult, I think I should just walk around with flashlights and candlelight. Candles.
No.
I did it when I was a kid, so like I'm familiar with it.
No.
I've done with like a month without electricity before.
If at your house it's normally $300 and it tripled in 1 month, then unless you know that you were like, oh yeah, I do remember when we had the inflatable bounce house that we were running 24 hours a day in the backyard for the entire month. That might explain that much usage, but yeah, you should probably call your energy company and be like, hang on a second. Is this correct? What happened?
Yeah.
This doesn't make sense. Like, how did it triple in 1 month?
Well, the lieutenant was supposed to handle that, but she had a lot going on.
Well, I see. So, yeah, of course.
But she's off work today, so she should be.
Oh, there you go.
So last year, I got my first ever over $400 electric bill. And that's because I'll be putting the heat at like 74 degrees.
Okay.
And then I was like, okay, that needs to stop. The cap on this is 70 degrees from now on.
Yeah, right.
Last month, I got a projected bill of $411 and I almost had a heart attack. But then when they sent me the actual bill, it was only $250.
Okay.
But this month, yesterday, they sent me an email and they said, your bill's going to be $393. That's not a projection. That is what it is. And that's a lot for me to handle.
That's still like a 50-60% increase for you. But I'm saying, like, when it triples, like, that's insane. I mean, that's insane what you're talking about, Dylan.
Right.
And then what Tyvis is talking about is, I would. Well, something has to be wrong there.
Tyvis has the mansion and the compound behind the gated community. So
no, but again,
are you crazy?
But again, Tyvis, if it's usually run at $300 some for or maybe it tips up over $400. Like, okay, you live in a house, it's big, you're trying to heat a whole house. I get it, but did someone have the window open all year or all month last month and you didn't know about it? Like, I'm trying to make sense of this because honestly, I don't know how that doesn't even square.
I don't understand.
Doesn't make any sense.
I don't understand it either, but so I'm thinking about letting them y'all come on and don't cut that off.
T-Bone, you don't have any beef with your electric company?
Oh, no, ours is up too, but I just present, like, it's not like that. It's not triple. It's more like what you're talking about.
See,
it goes up a little bit.
And Lawrence in the chat was like, maybe Tyvis forgot to pay the bill for two. That's a lie. I pay the bill every month.
Okay.
I
so
pay
it's
the bill
not
every
that.
month.
Yeah.
I thought this, I'm like, did they not get the payment or something? No, I paid it.
I appreciate you sharing this, Tyvis, because it's making me feel a lot better about my bill.
See, it's.
Oh, the $910.
That's his new contract. He actually got an endorsement from AEP, and this is what he does. He goes on the air and says, mine's tripled, and people are like, well, mine only went up like $100. That's not so bad. This is what they're doing. This is how they're getting you. Tyvis is secretly making money off this, aren't you?
Can I pay the bill? Yes, but I don't want to. I don't want
different.
to.
Dude, if you go to a restaurant, you go to McDonald's and it's usually like for you and your family, it's like $25-$30 to get food. And you show up one day at McDonald's like, hey, it's $80 and you order the same stuff. Like, that's where you go. You look at the menu board and say, wait a second, what happened?
I'm gonna walk down. I'm gonna say you can keep that. I'm gonna go ahead and go to Wendy's or something.
That's a whole other issue.
That's the thing with the electric companies. You can't just go to the competitor.
It's almost like this system sucks or something like. I mean, I don't know.
Is it AEP like a monopoly around here?
I mean, I don't know, Tyvis. It does kind of feel like there's a little bit of that going on here.
Well, like your electric company is your electric company. It's based off of where you live. It's not like you can shop electric.
Yes, but I'm sure there's some legal reason that all the elite billionaires have come up with. It's like, no, this is actually fair. This is fair for the plebes and the losers. We can give them this. We can all make even more money, chortle, as they roll a cigarette made of money and burn it. Like that. That's what they do. And then we all get stuck with the bills.
GoFundMe. I'm about to start a GoFundMe.
Remember I told you the other day, this is why I hate billionaires? This is stuff like this is why. Because you don't have any explanation for why your electric bill went up 3 times and you got to go find out. And now it's on you to go figure it out. It's hopefully it's just some kind of error on their part, but
it ain't.
I doubt the owner of AEP is a billionaire. Just a multi millionaire.
It's like lots of owners. It's It's whatever. It's a system, Dylan. It's a whole system. It's a system I'm not a fan of. All right, speaking of systems, last night we had the college football playoffs, and I got to tell you, I thought the vibes for that game were immense. Because all yesterday, all I spent doing was looking at portal news. Every time I search college football, it's what is this guy doing? Where's he going? Who'd this team get? Who left this team? And then like 5 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday, I'm going, hang on a second. One of the best games of the year is about to happen. A humongous game is about to happen. And I barely even was registering it until, I mean, we talked about it a little bit yesterday on the show too, but it doesn't have the excitement that it did. So we're going to talk about the system that college football has come up with. And maybe we'll actually talk some college football. What happened on the field last night? Ole Miss and Miami. We'll get into that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning, folks. 6 o'clock on this Friday, and we're already seeing a really big crash. It's happening in South Columbus at that 270 eastbound and 23 intersection, also known as South High Street North. 2 left lanes are currently blocked out there, and certain portions of 270 down to 7 miles per hour for travel times. Just really slow, delayed out there. As for that detour, I want to make sure you avoid it this morning, taking 270 eastbound instead to 62 northbound. That gets you to Frank Road. Take that eastbound all the way towards 23. Get that southbound on High Street, eventually going to 270 eastbound back to where you want to go. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
All the folks at Buckeye, night or day. My sinks gurgled, they barely drained. The toilet overflowed. I plunge all day with no luck. What's wrong with this commode?
Clogged drain, no problem. It's 93 or free. I'll clear any drain or you don't pay with a 1-year guarantee.
It's 93 or free. Guaranteed.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Hey, it's Anthony Rothman here for Germain Honda of Dublin. So what's the difference? There are other Honda dealers around. Well, Rich Newsom and his team want to earn your trust. They don't expect it, and they earn it by giving you a great price, and then they back it up after the sale. With same-day service, no appointment necessary, a great variety of brand new Hondas, and hundreds of pre-owned certified Hondas to choose from, all at the same location. Identify yours at GermainHondaofDublin.com. Germain Honda of Dublin, Sawmill Road, just south of 270.
I'm back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet Store.
Hi, this is Mike with the Good Feet Store. Are your bad feet making work miserable? You're not alone. Here's Vale, a real Good Feet Store customer.
I'm a salesman. I've pounded the pavement 35 years, literally. My legs ached, my feet hurt. It was just sometimes unbearable. But if you don't have a good attitude when you're in sales, it shows on your face. I heard an advertisement on the radio for the Good Feet Store, and I said, what can I lose?
For over 20 years, we've helped people like Vale get back to doing what they love without their feet getting in the way.
I walked into the Good Feet Store and I said, my feet hurt. What a difference with these arch supports. When I go and talk to my customers, I've got a smile on my face. I can go all day long, and then some. It's the real deal. My name's Val, and that's my Good Feet story.
Don't let bad feet stop you from achieving your 2026 health goals. Visit the Good Feet Store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
At Babs R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement. As the Midwest's fastest growing 5-star bathroom remodeler, we're more than just transformations. We're a community driven by a mission to bring your dreams to life. Our installation team, part of the Babs R Us community, isn't just skilled. They're dedicated to respecting your home. Each day, they bring craftsmanship and hustle, turning your dream space, no matter the size, into reality. Together, we embrace a culture that values diversity, collaboration, and giving back. From supporting local projects to fostering a workplace where every voice is valued, Babs R Us is more than a company. It's a community of experts. We're also expanding locations to create more possibilities for homeowners across the Midwest. Wherever you are, you'll find us ready to turn your dreams into something you can see, feel, and enjoy every day. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement, or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BAB to schedule your free estimate, or go to babsrus.com. Babs R Us, where dreams soak in.
This is Pause Before You Play, and it's time for more game day picks from local sports fans. You're on the air. Who you got?
Actually, I'm not betting, just chilling and watching the game.
I know that move. A pause. Sounds like you've got a winning strategy.
Exactly. After I set limits and recognize the risk, I knew it was time to stop.
Now that is responsible betting, folks. Sports are fast. Betting shouldn't be. Make a plan at pausebeforeyouplay.org. That's pausebeforeyouplay.org.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV reports.
Haley Kirby reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton.
ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland explains.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. Back in the day, if you wanted to listen to the Fan, you turned on the radio, and that was the end of the story. But now, oh baby, stream us live on the Fan app. TuneIn app, iHeart app, we're everywhere. The Fan, Ohio's streaming destination. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll see scattered showers and maybe even a rumble of thunder this morning. Otherwise, skies will be mostly cloudy with wake-up temperatures in the 50s and gusty winds out of the south. For today, the chances of rain are mainly before the lunch hour. Otherwise, we'll see some clearing into the afternoon with the gusty winds continuing and daytime highs soaring in the mid to upper 60s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Let's see. High school, Buckeyes, Browns, kids in the retention pond. It must be Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Football is good. The Fan. Tyvis is drinking a protein shake for breakfast. T-Bone is eating a protein donut. Minus the protein. And it's more than one donut. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
The Miami Hurricanes beat the Ole Miss Rebels 31-27 in the Verbo Fiesta Bowl last night. That is meaning that Miami will now play in the national championship game. And they're going to get to play it, you know where? National championship game is
Miami.
Miami. So they get to play a national championship game in their home stadium, which is laughable because their home stadium is like one of the worst home environments in college football. Other than when they're good, I'm sure it'll be a very hot ticket in Miami. But yeah, tonight we find out who they get to play, obviously, as Indiana and Oregon square off in a rematch. Indiana favored by 3.5 in that game. But let's talk about this game last night. I saw two teams that both look like, I mean, that was a great game. It went back and forth.
Yeah, it did.
Late in that game, Carson Beck runs it in from like, I think it was technically 3 yards out, but he was back on the 10-yard line when he started.
Yeah.
Got a wide open lane, took it, capped off his, I mean, very long college football career, but he caps it off by getting a touchdown in a game that puts them in the national championship. So he's got one more to figure that out. And I'll say, his noodle arm didn't show up last night.
No,
he actually made a couple throws.
He threw that deep pass to Keelan Marion.
Yeah.
52-yard touchdown. But now it was a busted coverage, but it was a bomb and it was on the money. So I was like, okay. I tell you what, the way I walked away from this game is my theory is pretty accurate. When you get into this CFP world and you go up against these teams, you have to have the ability to run the ball. You know, Mark Fletcher, 133 yards rushing. But what I really liked is this game was good because it was they answered every time somebody scored, the other team would answer. Yes. Now, the difference in this game is Ole Miss settled for way too many field goals than Miami did. They got down there a bunch of times. Now, they got the kicker who was nailing them from like 60. So,
was he the one who hit one? Didn't he hit one from 54? I think it was one of their kickers. I think hit it from like,
I feel like it was 58.
Yeah, whatever it was. It was over.
It was 58.
And I just watched that and said, that seems real nice. That seems just real nice.
Then he had that clutch kick against Georgia. That would be nice to have, clutch kicks against Georgia.
I don't know if you've ever seen Napoleon Dynamite, but when Uncle Rico goes to sell the Tupperware and he has like a little gift for the person and the wife looks over and is like, I want that. That's what I want. I want that.
Said, now try to break
I want one of them.
I can't do it.
I want a kicker that can actually make kicks beyond, in a pressure situation.
Beyond what? What were you going to say, T-Bone? Beyond 26 yards?
I was going to say like beyond 30 yards, but we didn't even have that this year. Now, again, he missed his fair share of kicks. Both of their kickers did last night.
Right.
You guys are hitting it off the post.
Miami was 1 for 2. Ole Miss was 4 for 5.
Yeah, so either way. But you're right. They settled for field goals too much. I agree with that.
What I also liked is Ole Miss front seven or not front seven, excuse me. Their offensive line did a much better job against Miami's front than we did. They only gave up 1 sack, I believe. 1 sack and 1 TFL on the game. So, that is we got some work to do in the trenches.
Well, I mean, look, and this is where I think there are some Buckeye fans who probably are going to, and we talked about this a little bit yesterday. I think you're kind of in this boat, right? That Miami being in the championship game means, hey, the team you lost to in the playoffs, they got all the way to the championship game. You were right there with them. It was a very close game. If they go win the championship, maybe that makes some Buckeye fans feel great. There are the Buckeye fans who are more like me, who tend to be thinking, yes, we were so close, and it was an opportunity that was thrown in the trash because we couldn't figure out some things that were obvious concerns going into that game. They never got addressed despite I was optimistic. I thought we would address them. I thought the right side of the offensive line, you have 3 weeks to scheme it up.
What do you mean?
I'm saying when Ohio State was going against Miami, I thought, well, they're going to scheme this up so that they can hide some of their flaws, get the ball out of Julian Sain's hands, move the pocket a little bit to get him out of it. Instead, they just had him stand back there and get annihilated. And
you got to give Miami.
Makes sense to me.
Miami gets a ton of credit because they understood the fact that it was Gabe Van Sickle's first game starting. And they went right after him. I mean, right after him.
Well,
that whole right side.
What happened in the second half of that game? I'm getting mad again.
They took Gabe out, and then they took Austin Saraveld out, who I think was dealing with some type of injury.
He had an injury, yeah.
So they switched left tackle, switched right guards, and it really wasn't a thing in the second half.
And that's where the concern comes in, is that you had 3 weeks to figure this out, and you made a guess, and you guessed wrong, and that cost you in the first half. Mm-hmm. Now, it's not the only reason they lost the game, but if they had started off with the right combo of people on the offensive line, not that Austin Saraveld shouldn't have been on the offensive line. He's fine. It was that the idea that Josh Padilla didn't start that game, despite actually, like you said in the second half, looking a lot better. That's the part that just, I don't understand that. And that's one of many things I don't understand from that game, but that's where people get frustrated saying, why wasn't the game plan better? Why you had 3 weeks to figure this out?
I just think that we as a team, we take too long to switch up. I think that in that moment, a lot of the time, first off, we referenced last year just way too many times. Last year was you could rotate anybody in on that offensive line. Those guys went in and they handled business, and that was a fact. Yep. You had Donovan Jackson moving out the left tackle. You had this guy went down, that guy went in, and it looked great. So they probably thought we get that same result. Tegra Shabola's struggling or hurt, whatever the case may be. We put Gabe in. We've done this before. Gabe's went in before and looked good and played with these guys, so it should be fine. Well, obviously, you went up against some first-round talent there, and you see why those guys were considered first-round talents. And, I think that once you've seen how messed up it was, because you got to save Julian Sain's mental capacity in that. I think the reason that Julian Sain missed so many things in the second half was because of what happened to him in the first half. Like, his clock got sped up so much in the first half that when he went in the second half and actually had time, he was still, happy-footed because he remembered what was happening to him in the first half. So I think that was what caused it. So you got to be able to nip things in the bud a little bit sooner, and I think we kind of missed the ball on that. We didn't make that change quick enough.
I do think Ole Miss did a slightly better job protecting the quarterback than Ohio State did, but at the same time, not really. Just because the sack numbers were a lot lower, Trinidad Chambliss faced pressure all night.
Yes, he did.
But he was throwing the ball away, or they were getting the ball out quicker for shorter games instead of taking sacks like Julian Sain was. And I'm not going to put all the blame on him, but I think it's like a combination of things of the play calling, of decision-making by the quarterback, and the offensive line play. Ole Miss did all of that better, and I know they didn't win the game, but their offense looked a hell of a lot better than Ohio State's did against that same Miami defense.
Yeah, totally agreed. And that's where, part of it too is Trinidad Chambliss is just a good athlete who can make plays and get away from some of that pressure too, but I thought they designed it better a little bit, Ole Miss did, which shocks me. Ohio State has had nothing but stability for the 3 weeks leading into that game. Ole Miss's coaching staff had literally the worst stability you can have, along with all the transfer portal stuff, along with everything else that Ohio State's coaches were dealing with. Yeah, they lost Brian Hartline. Okay, that's a little unstable. I guess I should be fair there. But other than that, You have Ole Miss coaches who are literally flying down to recruit guys, flying back to design the game plan, flying back, and their head coach is a first-time head coach. At least you had Ryan Day here, who's called plays and who knows what he's doing, and yet it felt like Ole Miss was more prepared for that defense than Ohio State was. And I don't know why that was the case. And I get frustrated by that, but I still
don't think the play calling was bad. I just think that
but the design of we'll just presume that our offensive line will block this up, and then the play will work. That's a faulty assumption. And I'm saying if you make that assumption and say, well, 90% of these plays would work if the offensive line would block, it's like, yes, but let's pretend they can't. What game plan would we design? And they didn't anticipate that. So anticipation is a problem there. However you look at it as a Buckeye fan, whether you're glad that Miami's in or you're mad that they're in, here's one thing I think we can all celebrate together and unify over, and that is the fact that the carcass of the SEC is hitting room temperature right now. They are out of the playoffs yet again, 3 years in a row. That the SEC cannot win the national championship. And oh, by the way, it's been about 3 years since the NIL stuff really took off and the reins got let go and the spending's gone in. I'll say this, NIL's bad. I'm not exactly, I don't know if it's bad. It's gotten out of control. It's caused a lot of headaches. All that's true. One of the benefits of this NIL portal era is the SEC is no longer dominant, and I'm so glad to hear
Somebody tweeted that, like, at the beginning of the season.
Who said that?
And they got, like, a lot of flack for it.
Who said that? You know what? If you have a receipt of who that was, Tyvis, I think whoever that was should probably post that again and say, what do y'all have to say now? I'd love to see your mentions. Whoever.
Not only is the SEC not going to win the national championship, they haven't appeared in the national championship in 3 years, and that hasn't happened since 1999 through 2002.
Oh, yeah, right.
You know what they need.
And by the way, who was dominant then? One of the teams is right back in at Miami.
Right.
It's crazy, right? Because Miami, that era, that was, 01 and 02, right?
That's right in their heyday.
Yeah. So, of course. That makes a ton of sense that the SEC, I guess, is no longer relevant. It's almost like when you pay players and no one else is doing that, you get better results. When everybody else can do it, suddenly you look normal.
I found it.
Who said?
This guy at one Tyvis.
One Tyvis.
I cannot believe all it took was for NIL to become legal to see the fall of the SEC.
Yeah. Wait, what was the date on that?
August 30th.
August 30th.
5:04 p.m.
Wow. That's
Nostradamus.
That thing got a lot of views. 2.6 million views. No. Wow. That's wow.
All right. 2 minutes away. Speaking of NIL stuff, we're going to talk about some rumors that are flying around Ohio State about NIL. And I think we are missing the boat as Buckeye fans about what we really need to be talking about with this Ohio State team, because last night I think showed you a little bit of what you need to know, but we're all focused on the portal, and I think there is another area of focus that we have to hit on. We'll get to all that in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there. Well, many of us waking up to some winds as well as some damp roads this morning, especially if you live over on our north side, parts of Marysville, parts of Delaware County, even Plain City and Dublin. Start to notice some rain in your area right now, so we do want to check in on some drive times this morning. Really on 33, both directions, eastbound and westbound, over by Plain City. Not looking too bad this morning. Still in the green out there. Even that 270, 161, and 33 intersection by Dublin, still looking okay. But again, roads are pretty wet out there. Just take your time and be patient. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Looking for a stable career you can count on in 2026? Don't miss Uline's warehouse hiring event this January in Etna. Backed by over 45 years of success, Uline offers job stability, training, and the chance to build a rewarding career. New warehouse team members earn $26 an hour or more, plus full health coverage and a 401k with 6% match starting day one. Sign up for your warehouse interview on Thursday, January 22nd in Etna at uline.jobs. That's uline.jobs.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Start the year off moving, not hurting. With joint pain, if it's holding you back, listen up. There's a way to get relief without surgery, no downtime, and without putting your life on pause. Dr. Tesner and the other pros right here at QC Kinetics in Columbus, Ohio, they can deliver regenerative treatments that actually help your body repair areas that are causing you the pain. Those achy hips, knees, shoulders, back, wherever it hurts. And the results, 97% of Cleveland patients report satisfaction with their results. So instead of facing an invasive operation that sidelines you for months, These treatments, they happen right in office and you go about your day. I should know. I've had them. My dad has had them. They feel good and they can deliver life-changing results. Imagine moving around better, being stronger, planning the year you actually want. Do not wait. January is supposed to be a clean slate, so make it yours. So go call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
We've been your Jackets flagship station since day one. All the goals, all the action, all the memories. Your home for the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Fan Ohio sports destination. All of the hair on their heads is slowly migrating to the lower part of their faces. And tracking. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Another thought on that national championship game last night. Miami won. They deserve it. They're in. They are going to the national championship game. It'll be hosted in Miami. They get to play in their home stadium. However, can we at least acknowledge Ole Miss final attempt from the 30-yard line? It wasn't a Hail Mary. I mean, it's you can run a regular play from there if you want to. Throws it down to the back corner of the end zone. Trinidad Chambliss puts it towards one of his players. Two Miami defenders shove him out of bounds. The ball's not even there. No flag. Confetti falls. That's a pass interference every other play of the game. It is insane to me that we don't call the last play of the game the way we call the other plays of the game. I'm not saying Ole Miss got robbed. I'm just pointing out that, why can't we throw a flag there and say, hold on, that's pass interference. Let's start over.
My favorite Hail Mary play of all time, the funniest one, too, is the Seattle Green Bay controversy.
The Fail Mary.
Oh. When I tell you, if you go back and watch that, Golden Tate offensive PIs the heck out of Charles Woods. I mean, pushes him straight to the ground, and it completely got ignored. In the midst of all this chaos, it shouldn't even matter because he pushed Charles Woodson straight to the ground, then jumped up. It's hilarious.
I mean, I'm totally about if everybody's jumping straight up in the air, bodies are going to run into each other. That's fine. Everybody has a right to get to the football. When you're two-handed shoving a guy out of bounds as he's trying to make a play on the ball, that should be flagged, is all I'm going to say. Doesn't mean Ole Miss should have won.
Not a thing on the last play.
It also would have been poetic if Miami thought they won a game in the Fiesta Bowl and then a PI flag comes out. Could you imagine if that would have happened again?
Oh, would have been
all these years later.
That would have been hilarious. It would have been hilarious. Maybe maybe that's why they didn't do it. They're like, from a history standpoint, we just can't do that again. All right, so there are some rumors flying around. It's been getting hot and heavy with Ohio State recruiting portal.
Too hot,
man! I'll tell you what.
I heard that segment yesterday. Actually,
did we make it?
No,
that's too bad.
It was Man and Timmy.
Oh. What do you mean? I know it was Man. I'm saying,
did we make the cut for this segment? Did they play any of our audio?
Yes, we did. Dylan made the audio for his bathroom stuff.
Oh, good.
I made it for what did I say?
Who knows? Anything?
I don't remember. I say a lot of things, and I mean it all.
Sex. Maybe that was it. I don't know. Anyway, but the late last night, there were a bunch of things. There's been a rumor going around the last couple of days that Bo Jackson is looking for a lot of money from Ohio State to stay here. And if he doesn't get it, he's going to hit the portal. All right. And so last night, Tyvis, wasn't there a little thread that you saw that kind of laid out where everybody is on this?
Yes.
Okay. Let's set this up for the people.
So it starts like this.
This is from midnight last night, 11 o'clock.
This was 8 hours ago.
Okay. So 10 o'clock last night.
Jay Book, he says, if Bo Jackson walks, then best of luck to you. It's not like Ohio State in this situation was offering 20 cents on the dollar. If he thinks he can get $1.5 million, then go for it. Ohio State needs to take that money to close the deal with the Michigan State running back, ride with West, Turbo, and Legend Bay. Okay?
Okay.
Bobby Carpenter, B-Carp 3, Morning Juice.
Sure.
6 to 8. Catch it on the Fan.
Yeah, go catch it over on YouTube and the Fan 2 and all that.
10 TV Plus.
10 Plus, all that.
All right. Bobby quote tweets it. Can't pay everyone what they want. Be fair to your guys and spend money on your players. But at some point, there's a limit. That was Trey and Q receive combined. 1.5.
All right, so he's saying they got the same. That Bo Jackson is allegedly asking for the same amount of money that two stud running backs got nary 2 years ago.
Yes.
Okay.
Then the great Cardale Jones.
The great Cardale Jones.
He tweets it.
Rare
He
that I hear
quote
you say
tweets
that.
I was
Bobby.
going to say, that's the highest compliment you've ever paid that man.
He's quote tweeted Bobby's quote tweet.
Yeah.
And Cardale says, take it from someone that's very, quote unquote, in the know when it comes to NIL. Can't believe everything you hear with these bogus assumptions and reports coming out.
Mm-hmm.
It's putting a bad taste in fans' mouth about Bo, all from false reports and lack of fact checking.
Okay. So here's the thing. There's a lot of suggestion and innuendo going around about this. We're going to talk to Austin Ward coming up at 8:30. So we'll get as much clarification as we can from him, the latest on what he knows, all of that. We will find out where this all stands. Obviously, I think we get so down the road on some of these guys. We get so messed up about some of these rumors. Can we all just put a flag in the ground and all circle around it and say, yes, we agree. Bo Jackson is good, and it would suck to lose him. I'm not saying he's the greatest running back Ohio State's ever had. I'm not saying he deserves whatever amount of money I don't know what he's asking for. The report there is $1.5 million, and then Cardale says you can't believe everything you read. Okay, so let's just say we don't know how much he's asking for right now. But what I would say, can we all agree that losing Bo Jackson would suck just on the surface of he was the best running back you had this year, and you don't have anybody proven yet behind him. So, of course, you're going to want him. He wants to get paid like a starting running back at Ohio State. It's very odd to me that when Julian Sayin, who, from what we hear, didn't get paid a ton to come here from Alabama, that was a little bit later in the cycle. He got what he got because, hey, you're coming over here. Now he's a proven starter Heisman finalist, and everyone's saying, yeah, of course you're going to get more money. Well, Bo Jackson is a starting running back for a team that made it to the college football playoffs. I'm sure he wants to get paid like that too. Whether we think that's fair or not, whatever. I think we're all missing the boat on what actually matters with this team. It does matter how keeping these guys around. I want to keep Bo Jackson here. I want to get a lot of these players to stay, and I also want to get some stud talent in the transfer portal. However, what I also want to know is I haven't heard 2 cents of anybody talking about who the hell is going to be the offensive coordinator on this team. And I'll tell you what right now, if the answer comes back that we're just going to run it back with the guys we had and Cortez Hankins getting added in.
Wait a minute.
Whoa. I don't care who you add in the portal.
Let me ask you.
Need a real offensive coordinator on this team, and it doesn't matter to me as much who you keep and who you don't if you don't fix that problem.
You don't think that worst case scenario, Ryan Day calling the plays is fine?
That is not a great scenario.
Why is that?
Because the 1 year where it worked, he gave the reins to someone he trusted who was a pro play caller. I mean, pro as in he's done it at college, he's done it at the pro level. Chip Kelly has his ups and downs, his bads and goods. Go watch the film of the Raiders this year. But Chip Kelly knows what the hell he's doing when it comes to calling plays. And the most important part of that is Ryan Day trusted him. So Ryan Day could sit there and, like Urban has talked about this, how Urban, when he never took his hands completely off the play sheet. He never completely gave that up. Urban said, but what you do is you have a guy you trust who calls the plays, and then every once in a while Urban would pop on and say, hey, let's take a shot here. And then he doesn't say, run this play. He says, I want to dial up something to go deep. And then he trusts the play caller to go, got it, and he calls the right play for that situation. Mm-hmm. That's what Ryan Day needs. That's what this offense needs as much as anything. Because the one time it worked here was when you had that. So let's try to get that again. It doesn't have to be a guy with Chip Kelly's resume. It has to be someone Ryan Day trusts.
That man got that. He got that full control again. He had to cater to nobody, and he ain't had to fake it. He went out there and he ran them plays, and he went back and watched that tape and see how open things was. He like, yeah, I still got it. Yeah, what is this OC talk? I am the OC.
I don't like that.
How many points did they score in the first half against Miami?
0. But you know what he did? He made checks and adjustments.
By the way, you brought up the running back transfer. We talked about that. They're looking that was in the tweets you were reading, right? There's a transfer running back that
the Michigan State kid.
Yeah.
That's Mekhi Frazier, I believe, is who they're referencing, who is supposedly taking a visit here. Mekhi Frazier's like the 25th guy in the portal. And I just want to point out how insane this gets sometimes, because I think we lose sight of this. Mekhi Frazier may be a very good player. He's actually played a lot. He's played a decent amount of football for Michigan State. I think he had like 500-600 yards this year, handful of touchdowns, something like that. Like, he could be great. He could really be a good fit here at Ohio State for all I know. If they get him, I hope he's awesome. However, you know who's ranked like 15 spots higher than him in the transfer portal rankings right now of available players? James Peoples, who everyone just said, this guy's like a waste.
Well, he's going to Penn State.
Right. Okay. But my point is they rank these guys even when they commit. They show you where they were ranked as far as who's the best. Yes, he's going to Penn State. But my point is James Peoples leaving. Everyone's like, this guy sucks. You know, we're going to get a guy who might be worse. Like I don't know. But I'm just saying, be careful with like when guys walk out of here, they instantly suck and they're trash. When a guy looks at you and says, I might come there, suddenly a lot of people in the media around here go, oh man, I tell you what, that fixes their problems. Does it? I hope so. Right? I mean, the guy they're looking at from Missouri at defensive end, whose name is escaping me off the top of my head, that guy is legit one of the 2 or 3 best players in the portal. If they get him or Chaz Coleman at defensive end, either one, I'm happy because those are both stud players, right? Mm-hmm. But let's be careful about just, oh, this guy that's coming in is going to be awesome because he picked Ohio State. And the guy who's leaving, he sucks because he didn't pick Ohio State. That's not always the case. Money needs to be spread around. You got to find the right way to allocate the funds. But let's not just whitewash people's careers and be like, oh, yeah, that guy was terrible and this guy's awesome now. Let's be realistic, all right? Let's just be honest with ourselves when we're talking about this stuff.
By the way, when it comes to the 2 defensive ends you mentioned, call me Shannon Sharp because I want both. B-O-F. Both.
Both of these Buckeyes. That's what I want. There was a wild rumor about an NHL player. That rumor was so bad, the team had to release a statement about it last night. And I got to tell you, I've never seen a statement like this from an NHL team or from a pro sports team. You'll hear about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Some much better news for our South Side commuters. Right now, a crash just cleared on 270 eastbound at that 23 and South High Street intersection. All lanes officially back open. Still seeing some lingering impacts, though, some congestion. Again, as we just saw a lot of delays with this crash this morning. About 270 eastbound at that 71 intersection, seeing the worst of it right now. Just pretty slow out there. Make sure to take it nice and easy and nice and slow. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Come into your local AAA Tire and Auto Service and save up to $30 on auto repair with their AAA Triple Play. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through January 31st. See store for details.
Getting cold feet? Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your furnace fast. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Did you know that 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February? And did you know there's a good chance it's just hormones? Hi, I'm Evan Bass, founder of the Columbus Men's Clinic, and I started this clinic a decade ago to take care of men. If your testosterone is low, then motivation, energy, and drive often follow too. And keeping resolutions can feel like walking through mud, and even more so as we age. ED and low T tend to get worse if untreated. And guys, you're not alone. Your physician-led support team at the Columbus Men's Clinic has your back. For years, we've effectively treated ED and low T comprehensively and with proven treatments dialed in just for you. With same-day booking, you can meet our passionate medical team, and by this afternoon, you'll leave with a plan that's designed to be sustainable for life. The number one thing we hear guys say is, I forgot how I used to feel. Guys, it's time to feel amazing and crush this new year. Call my team right now and let us treat you to an unforgettable experience. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. That's columbusmensclinic.com.
It's a new year. Ready for a fresh start or career reboot? At My Computer Career, prep for a more recession-resistant future in the high-demand fields of IT, cybersecurity, in months, not years, including AI. Whether you're starting out or switching careers, no prior training is needed. Attend school online from home or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu to take the free career evaluation today. mycomputercareer.edu, an elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Wrinkles, gray hair, and hearing loss are common signs of getting older. But being short of breath, having tightness in your chest, coughing, and wheezing are not. If you are experiencing these symptoms, you may be one of the millions of people who are living with a condition called COPD but don't know it. Early diagnosis and treatment can add years of better breathing to your life. For more information, talk to your doctor and visit copdfoundation.org today.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Can't get enough of your favorite fan content? Good news, we're on all the digitals. Follow 971 The Fan on X, Facebook, YouTube, The Talk, and Gram. Your digital home for endless shenanigans. The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Cosby Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Tyvis says that in all his years being in football locker rooms, he never once looked at another man's junk. He cannot say the same thing about working at this radio station. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
I don't know about looking at other people, but maybe you're looking at yourself right now and you're saying, I got to do something. I got to figure something out. Things in the bedroom aren't going the way that I think they should. Maybe you're dealing with erectile dysfunction, among other things. Well, the good news is Columbus Men's Clinic, they are a medical provider focused solely on ED and low testosterone. They do things the right way. It's not one size fits all. It's not a pill from a website you've never heard of and you just shows up and you hope that it'll work. No, you're going to talk with someone. You're going to get a consult with a medical professional. You're going to get blood work done. And they're going to go through all the numbers and figure out what works best for your body and your budget. That's the promise from Columbus Men's Clinic. You can check them out today online to book your appointment in person. It only takes about 30 seconds, columbusmensclinic.com, or you can call them up, 614-300-7400 to talk to Columbus Men's Clinic. They've been in town doing this since 2014. They're doing things the right way. They've helped men get safe, effective treatment for over a decade. You can get your treatment now, columbusmensclinic.com. Book in under 30 seconds, or 614-300-7400 to talk to my guys and gals over at Columbus Men's Clinic. Tyvis, this story that I'm about to tell you, you know a lot about locker rooms, culture, building a team. Let me ask you a question. Is it good for morale when everyone's girlfriends or wives are furious with them? Is that good for culture or bad? If let's say one person in particular on the team let out a secret about all the other guys on the team, and that caused all the wives and girlfriends to be pissed off. Would that be good for team camaraderie?
I don't think it would be. I think it would be one of the ones where we might have to fight you. You get in this locker room.
Sure.
I've been around that before, actually. I've been around some teams where, like, somebody might have said a little too much, and it got somebody else in trouble.
Mm-hmm. Well, now, I want to be very clear about this. This is a pure rumor that has been denied by the team, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So this is all allegedly, and the team has denied it, okay? But there was a statement put out yesterday because a tweet went out the day before by a burner account of someone who says they're attached to the Ottawa Senators, okay?
Okay.
This person who has since deleted their account, but they claim they are close to the Ottawa Senators. Back on December 28th, Senators goalie Linus Ullmark, who is a captain of the team, by the way.
Okay.
Linus Ullmark departed from the team. Personal matter, not going to be with the team.
Okay.
You know, team supports him. Personal matter, he's off the team. He's away. So, of course, everyone instantly is like, oh, thoughts and prayers. We don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is, we hope you're okay. Sure. Great. And that, for all we know, is all that's going on. There's some kind of personal matter that's private, and that's that, and we don't need to know what it is. That's fine.
This is like Josh Simmons.
Well, yeah, that could be it. The tweet that is in question, which I want to point out, is from an account that has been deleted. It said that Linus Ullmark is alleged to have cheated. His wife found out about it from the woman he was cheating with, allegedly.
Mm-hmm. So she came out and said, I wanted to tell you that me and your husband...
Yes, I've been doing a thing.
Yes.
Eskimo sisters.
Sure. Okay. I didn't know that was a term.
That's
I don't know.
not.
No, okay.
Eskimo bros, he is.
All right. So she, supposedly, his wife or girlfriend, whoever, then told all the other people on the team about all the other secrets.
Wait. Okay, so the girl...
The woman who was cheated on, who was
the wife.
The wife. She then reached out to all her friends on the team, who are obviously the wives and girlfriends of the other players, and said, this is happening. And not only is this happening with your man. This is happening with your guy.
Oh, wow.
This is happening with him.
Wow.
Now, again, this is all alleged. This is not...
That's selfish on her part.
Mm-hmm.
That's selfish.
Well, okay, again, it's alleged. It may not have happened.
Well, allegedly is selfish.
Right.
Because you can't just be ruining everybody else. Like, you can't be just making them feel your pain. Like, that's... You knew about it this whole time. You should have been saying something. Why all of a sudden now that your world is flipped upside down, you got to flip everybody else's world upside down.
Right.
Just don't think that's the right. I think that's wrong. But go ahead.
Now, this is a statement that was put out by a Twitter handle that was created 2 days ago and deleted yesterday. So I don't know how much stock we can put in this tweet, right? And I wouldn't have even brought this story up. But here's what happened yesterday. The Ottawa Senators posted a statement about this salacious report. Here is what Steve Stios, the president of Hockey Ops and general manager, they're Don Waddell. He said this: our organization was extremely disappointed to read the completely fabricated and false stories that are spreading around social media about our hockey club. Linus is away from our team for personal reasons, and he's asked the entire organization's support. We ask that people respect his privacy, but clearly that request was not heard by the lowest forms of trolls and sick people who scour the internet. We are disgusted that outside forces are attempting to disrupt our hockey club. This statement will put an end to the ridiculous speculation that has spread online.
They shouldn't have done that.
No, it won't.
They shouldn't have done that.
No, it won't.
They shouldn't have done that.
Because I got it.
That was wrong.
Now we're aware of the story.
Everyone's now aware of the story because you breathed onto it. Why did you do that? You inflamed this. You didn't tamp it down. Now, of course, there's a denial in there, and of course, they say these are false allegations.
Well, I mean, who's going to come out? Yeah, yes, he is. He got a side chick, and she didn't expose it. Yeah, who's going? Why would they come out and say that? I would.
Now I'm led to speculate.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like, are the whole Ottawa Senators going to whorehouses? Is that why everyone? Is that why they're all in question?
PR person. You gotta listen, man. You gotta.
It was the GM of the team. The GM. They probably did. They probably said to him, "Don't do this," and the GM was like, "We're doing it."
No, he should have. Listen, you gotta. It's like a 48-hour rule. Like, if it's still something after 48 hours, all right, maybe he's addressed it. If it ain't, like, let it die. Just
don't even. Die. Yes, from an account
that's gonna die out.
It's an account that doesn't even have a. It's not a real person. They made up a fake name. They put like a former Senators player or something on the account just to be like, hey, this isn't real. I know this isn't me. This is just a burner account. Now
I think the GM is a part of it. He's cheating on his wife too when he goes on the road.
The GM's like, and I hope nothing comes out about me, because if it does, that's also false. Now, last night, the Senators had a chance to tamp all this down and go out and play a game. They played against, granted, a great team. A team that's 32-4-7 in the Colorado Avalanche, all right? So not exactly an easy task last night. However, they didn't just lose to the Avs last night. Ottawa lost 8-2. And I just feel like if all these rumors are circulating about team distrust, the guy who apparently his wife may allegedly or not have put this out there, that team, a way to tamp down the rumors is to go play like a team. And to not go out there and get pumped 8-2.
This is the most rookie mistake I've ever seen in my life.
I'm telling you.
Somebody take his phone from him.
The GM?
Yeah, yes. Take your phone, bro. What are you doing?
Everything has to be called into question about the leadership of that Ottawa team for even giving life to this. Why would you even bring this up? Because, of course, now we're all going to be watching this story. And I feel very bad for Linus Ullmark, who probably this story is not true. And probably this statement by the team is correct. For all we know, this man has had something horrible happen in his life. It may be just something as simple as who knows? I don't even want to speculate because that's not even fair to him. I have no idea if it even has anything to do with that particular tweet, right? But Linus Olmark may have nothing wrong going on in his life that he did or anything else. It could be something completely separate.
Man, what's his name? Linus.
But I'm just saying his team did him dirty by putting this statement out. And now everyone's going to be paying attention. Did this guy come back to the team? If he does the morale improve?
This the guy in question right here?
The goalie. I'm not looking at your thing. I don't know. I can't see.
He out here getting his swerve on, man.
Allegedly. No. Allegedly. Probably not. Probably not is what we should say. Probably not. But somehow this stupid team.
Maybe not. Probably not.
I'm going to say probably. I just want to be clear. I don't believe these salacious rumors, but they are out there, and the Ottawa Senators are addressing them, which is shocking. The NFL playoffs get started this weekend. We'll give you our picks coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Well, right now we are noticing yet another crash popping up into our system. This time around it's happening north of our city and really by Worthington. So do expect some lane closures on that 270 westbound ramp as you're heading towards 315 south out there. Pretty slow moving with traffic this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
At Babs R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement. As the Midwest's fastest growing 5-star bathroom remodeler, we're more than just transformations. We're a community driven by a mission to bring your dreams to life. Our installation team, part of the Babs R Us community, isn't just skilled. They're dedicated to respecting your home. Each day, they bring craftsmanship and hustle, turning your dream space, no matter the size, into reality. Together, we embrace a culture that values diversity, collaboration, and giving back. From supporting local projects to fostering a workplace where every voice is valued, Babs R Us is more than a company. It's a community of experts. We're also expanding locations to create more possibilities for homeowners across the Midwest. Wherever you are, you'll find us ready to turn your dreams into something you can see, feel, and enjoy every day. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement, or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, loans and no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate, or go to BabsRUs.com. Babs R Us, where dreams soak in.
At ADP, we know you want your landscape business to succeed, but we don't know anything about landscaping. ADP only knows how to handle the business of your small business. So if ADP focuses on the payroll and the HR, while you focus on the land and the scaping, success should follow. Just don't expect us to know all about Kentucky bluegrass, zero-turn cutting, or what to do with a woodchuck. That's for you to figure out. Let ADP help your small business focus on the part of the business you're good at. ADP for small business.
I thought mixing bleach with my floor cleaner would take the stain out.
When my youngest ate the dog's medicine, that was a new one.
I was trying to protect my garden, but I accidentally sprayed myself with pesticide.
So I called 1-800-222-1222, the poison helpline.
A poison expert helped me figure out what to do next.
I was connected to someone who spoke Spanish.
They answered my questions.
It was free.
It was confidential.
It was real help in real time.
Keep the poison experts in your pocket. 1-800-222-1222.
Toyotathon is on at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. With inventory on the lot and fresh inventory rolling in daily, now is the time to treat yourself before the holidays. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com for Toyotathon specials, or visit our festive showroom on the corner of Sawmill and 161 in Dublin. And when you think Toyota, think Tansky.
Think Toyota. Think Tansky. Think Tansky.
Once there was a man who couldn't stand.
A mom who couldn't wait.
A scientific community that said it couldn't be done.
And then you.
And then I.
And then we brought neuromuscular disease into screaming color with the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
For 75 years, our voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
We've willed the impossible into existence.
We've pushed the science,
raised the funds,
shifted the narrative,
and transformed the reality of life with neuromuscular diseases.
For 75 years, we've built communities together,
established the field of neuromuscular medicine,
and made it thrive.
Call that a legacy.
Call it impact.
Call it momentum.
Just call it ours.
Because it's the generations of community heroes that give MDA the strength we have today.
And until neuromuscular disease is a thing of the past, you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents. And that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a bright, focused foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
You got this. Breathe. You got this. You got this.
In the moments that truly matter, what do? Rise to the occasion. Ohio Health. It's time.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning. I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Ole Miss and Miami locked up in the Fiesta Bowl last night with a national championship berth on the line. Miami came away with the victory 31-27 and await the winner of Oregon and Indiana tonight in the Peach Bowl. Meanwhile, the basketball Buckeyes are on the Pacific Northwest. They played the Oregon Ducks last night and won 72-62. All 5 starters were in double digits for Ohio State. They'll finish up this trip with a trip to Washington on Sunday. The Columbus Blue Jackets were in Sin City last night, taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. The Jackets were up 2-0 early in the first period, but led in 4 unanswered goals and eventually lost 5-3. The CBJ will travel to Colorado to play the Avs on Saturday. This update was sponsored by Eco Plumbers. Get $500 in free plumbing services when you buy a new water heater. Visit geteco.com and book today. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Both of these men played sports in high school. Only one of them was good at it. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971, or you can hop on the YouTube chat. Just go to YouTube, 971 The Fan, T-Bone and Tyvis. A lot coming up this hour. We are going to talk to Rick Nash, Jackets legend. He'll join us at 7:17. Jackets lost last night to Vegas. Yes, Tyvis? You just smacked the table for some reason.
I forgot I had a read, but I'll do it later.
Good. We'll do it at like 9:30 because we're really stacked this hour.
I totally forgot about it.
We have Rick Nash coming up at 7:17. Meredith Garfalo will join us for another Football Friday forecast. Yeah, tune in for Tyvis to do his commercial read at 7:45. No, but Meredith will join us. We'll preview some of the NFL action. We'll get some of the weather forecasts. That might, I don't know, Dylan, you're the degenerate here. There might be some gambling weather. Let's put it that way.
That's sad.
No, but that's a thing you got to be aware of. You got to know when you look at some of these lines what the weather's going to be
Dylan,
like.
you pay attention to stuff like that.
Yeah, it's not about the rain. It's about the wind when it comes to affecting offense. You want to go under when the wind is high.
Yeah, that's right. He's not lying.
Don't listen to him.
I know what he's talking about. You know what he's talking about.
The only game that's gonna have some weather is Packers, which is wild. I'm sitting here thinking about this.
It's gonna be good.
I was talking to Sherm last night, and he going to the Packers and Bears game. Oh, he better bundle up.
Do you talk to Sherm every night before bed or something?
No,
it seems like you talk to him every day.
Listen, I don't know what's been up with him, but he's like calling me every other night. He's like,
he needs to call between the hours of 6 and 9.
Like I say, when you talk to Richard Sherman, do you ever bring up like, hey, I don't know if you know this, I do a radio show now. Would love to have you on. Talk a little football.
He goes,
football analyst.
He said he was
legendary player.
He just wanted to check on me. He wanted to make sure that I was all right.
That's good. It's good to have friends who look out for you like that. We have friends who think about the radio show they host too, and they talk to their friends who are cool football analysts. It'd be good to talk with him.
Well, see, I don't look at him like that.
I understand.
He's a jag to me. I don't like this. I
can't wait.
It's not like it's not like his stuff is expert talk to
That's
me.
That's the first thing I'm going to bring up to him is how much crap Tyvis talks about you.
What he says is something that I would say. So, I don't look at him like
that's
just this guy.
You should be on Amazon Prime on Thursday.
You said it, not me.
I think you could do the job. I just would be very sad to you not be here. But yes, you should absolutely. You could do any of those jobs.
I'd still be here.
Tyvis, you're my Greg Olson. You're better than Greg Olson, quite honestly, which means Tom Brady's going to come and take your job at some point. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
that'll be Cardale Jones.
Probably.
He does wear 12. I mean, there's that. All right, so Rams Panthers on Fox tomorrow, 4:30. That's the first game of this big playoff slate this weekend. This is one of those games that, unfortunately, probably doesn't feel like it's going to be that competitive of a game. I think most people believe the Rams are going to win this. They are 10.5-point favorites on the road. But Panthers seems very interesting. This game is intriguing to me just because if the Panthers did this, like what a redemption story it would be for Bryce Young. It's already been a redemption story for him, right? But like if they could find a way to get this one done and beat the Rams, that would be probably one of the biggest stories of the NFL.
Well, they have beat the Rams this year.
Well, that's true, but it wasn't in the playoffs.
Right.
Now you got to deal with the playoff Rams who are ready.
2 pick sixes or something that game? Or he threw like a pick six to start that game?
Did he throw a pick six in that game? I forgot all about it.
I feel like he started off bad.
So are we picking the Rams there, I presume? We're all good on the Rams?
Yeah, we're picking the Rams. Although I would love it for Lathan Ransom to get a playoff dub.
And I don't think there's enough points for the Rams to cover in this game.
I mean, it's 10.5. You're right, and I would lay the 10.5. I'm with you on that.
It's 10.5.
Yeah, in a playoff game.
That's disrespectful.
Where Sean McVay is going to be like, "Hey, these guys beat you already this year. Make sure you're on your P's and Q's."
Sure, and it's on the road, and a 10.5 point.
It's on the road.
Dylan, here's the thing, Dylan.
It is in Carolina. I didn't even realize that.
Doesn't this go against everything in your betting purview, though? Because it's a huge line, NFL on the road, let alone it's a playoff game on the road, and the home team's getting this disrespected. Don't you usually look at a double-digit line no matter what, even though it's a team you favorited? Yeah. You love this Rams team. Isn't this a line that you say, I got to take the points there?
No, it's not.
Wow, that's how much you
just because
love the Rams.
I think everything you're saying is what the public's going to think, and I'm about contrarian betting, going against the public perception.
Okay,
which is everyone's going to say the Panthers already beat them this year. 10.5 points is a lot of points, and they're at home. Give me the points.
I can tell you, following your gambling logic sometimes is like following a pretzel, where it's just like, no, over here though, it's up here, and then we wrap ourselves around and we go back over this way. Sure.
The logic is to do what most people wouldn't do. That's the logic.
Okay, fine. What would we do in this Packers-Bears game? Because Green Bay is favored by 1.5 on the road. Obviously, there's going to be weather. Obviously, both of these teams, I think, are pretty equally matched. I think the Bears' record is a little inflated, but it's at home for them. I'm excited to watch this game. I had no thoughts that Caleb Williams was going to be anywhere close to what this team has kind of started to get out of him. Like, if he continues to progress, this is a very big storyline, not just for him, but for the NFL. But that little feel-good story could all go away if the Packers come in and just crush them, which is, I still think, very possible.
If Caleb Williams doesn't play well in this game, I'm blaming Joe Thomas Barrett IV.
That flake.
I'm blaming Joe Thomas Barrett IV for his poor performance and not getting his players ready to play in this game. Now, I got that. Honestly, I do think the Packers probably win this game. For some odd reason, it's time. For Jordan Love, it's time. Like, it really is. Like, it's kind of ridiculous that they paid this man this money and he ain't been able to shine. So I'm gonna say Jordan Love answers the bell. I think that defense is going to play really well. If they had Micah Parsons, I'd really pick him, but they don't, and I respect Hafley.
Yeah. Well, which, by the way, this game could feature, some guys who obviously have former ties to the Buckeyes, right? Like you mentioned, JT Barrett, also Jeff Hafley, the coordinator for the Packers. But if the Bears lose, do we just assume that's because JT Barrett's been on the phone with Ryan Day talking about becoming the OC here and working out his compensation? Is that what it is? Because if that happens, I'm all about that. Got a guy who can coach quarterbacks, who played quarterback at Ohio State, knew how to run the ball a little bit with his legs. Bring him home. Offensive coordinator for your Ohio State Buckeyes, Joe Thomas Barrett IV. Let's go.
You got your OC. His name is Ryan Day.
No. That doesn't. No, I
do have a system for this game, T-Bone.
What's the system?
You fade quarterbacks starting their first playoff game. And that is the case for Caleb Williams. Quarterbacks making their first NFL playoff start versus quarterbacks who have playoff experience. 20-40 straight up and 39-1 against the spread.
Okay, so lay the points.
Yeah,
take Green Bay to cover 1.5. All right,
the only person that I fade is Clay Thompson.
Wow. I didn't expect that take, but I'm glad we got it.
If you fade Clay's points every time.
So that's what we've got tomorrow in the NFL. I mean, like you're in a beautiful spot here this weekend because tonight you've got college football with Indiana and Oregon, a rematch, a Big Ten rematch. As much as I can't stand the fact that the Buckeyes aren't a part of this game or weren't a part of the playoffs anymore, when you just look at it from a college football fan standpoint, that's a great game. Tomorrow, like I said, we just went through those two games that you have, one of which is going to be played in the snow in Soldier Field. Yeah. I love that. And then Sunday, your slate, Bills-Jags. I still can't believe the Jags are only they're only a 1.5 dog at home
because they frisky.
They're frisky, but the Bills. If they don't win this game, Sean McDermott probably gets fired.
Yeah, if Green Bay loses, Matt LaFleur might get fired.
Right.
Well,
so
I don't know if he got a contract or not.
Well, it doesn't
I can't
matter.
Remember what it is.
I think isn't it another year he has? But either way, like he's not exactly on like a long-term deal, if I'm not mistaken. Then, obviously, on Sunday, you got Niners-Eagles in your 4:30 slot.
Maybe it's time for Sean McDermott.
I mean, if not now, when?
Is Sean McDermott?
If not now, when? The whole AFC is open for you, buddy. This is what you should want if you're a Bills fan, is that he's
Sean
got
McDermott
the chance.
The only successful defensive, no, because the Patriots got Mike Vrabel.
Good. I'm glad you answered your own question because I didn't know what the answer was. I had no idea what the question was.
Defensive-minded head coaches, there really aren't that many left anymore.
Todd Bowles, Sean McDermott, Mike Vrabel, D'Amico Ryans.
Yeah, but he's there. He's doing all right. That game, by the way, is Monday night, Texans and Steelers. The Texans are favored by 3 on the road. The other two games Sunday, Niners-Eagles. Eagles favored by 5.5. Chargers-Patriots. New England is favored by 3.5 at home, and I'd lay the points there because I feel like that Patriots team could be really, really good. All right, we'll come back. We'll talk with Jackets legend Rick Nash next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Friday. Right now, we are still closely monitoring one crash on our roads, and it's happening north of Columbus, really by Worthington. So if you live in this area, heads up here, 270 westbound, that ramp to 315 south. A little restricted out there, so do expect some lane closures. Certain portions down to 16 miles per hour this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
It's the biggest sale of the year, the Right Rug Flooring Clearance Sale. Save on thousands of in-stock styles, including carpet starting at 35 cents a square foot. Luxury vinyl starts at 43 cents a square foot. Hardwood and laminate start at 99 cents. Prices are material only. Unbelievable deals on beautiful quality floors. Next day installation and 24-month special financing available with approved credit. Hurry, the Right Rug Flooring Clearance Sale ends January 25th. Right here, right now.
This weekend, the Ohio RV and Boat Show, brought to you in part by Tel-Ohio Credit Union, is back and bigger than ever at the Ohio Expo Center. Whether it's your first adventure or you're a seasoned outdoor enthusiast, this show has it all. One ticket gets you into all 3 buildings so you can see the latest in RVs, boats, motorcycles, ATVs, golf carts, and more. From towables to drivers, jet skis to pontoons, and more. It's all here. The Ohio RV and Boat Show at the Ohio Expo Center, January 9th through 18th. Get details and tickets at OhioRVandBoatShow.com.
Save a good deal more during the Meijer Dollar Deal Sale, January 7th through the 20th. Shop the entire store and choose from hundreds of items, all $1 each. Fill your basket with favorites like Kraft macaroni and cheese, sparkling ice sparkling water, select varieties of seedless cucumbers and baby carrots, and Meijer facial tissue. The Meijer Dollar Deal Sale. That's the good life, a good deal better. And don't forget to stop by the Meijer Pharmacy for your flu shot. Available today while you shop. Exclusions apply. See Meijer.com for details.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. Great cars, great deals, Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin. You know the savings are so good. Great Lakes Hyundai of Columbus. Good. GLakesHyundai.com.
It's been a real journey since 2014 when I first had my injury. I realized that my home was just not working for me and that it was time to ask for help. Homes for Our Troops is really giving me my life back. The shower allows me to go in and turn around with my chair, pull down storage racks, automated door systems, hours of my morning given back to me. Adaptive sports are a huge part of my life, a huge part of my healing journey as well. Homes for Our Troops helped with making sure that I had a home gym so that I can continue to train. This past year, I was able to host Thanksgiving in my home. And it was the first time I was able to have my whole family in one place and I was able to contribute to the meal. There are a lot more veterans in need, and Homes for Our Troops is going to be there to help them too.
Homes for Our Troops builds and donates specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post 9/11 veterans and enables them to rebuild their lives. Join our mission at hfotusa.org.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing.
Educators have powerful voices, and in 2026, educators are using their voices to speak up for the funding, resources, and support our students need to learn, grow, and thrive. No exceptions. Together, we can deliver on the promise of a great public education for every child.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Rothman and Ice.
I feel like this is part of how GMs think. I think this way in fantasy. I imagine in reality it works somewhat similar.
Rothman and Ice. Weekdays at noon.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus.
The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll see scattered showers and maybe even a rumble of thunder this morning. Otherwise, skies will be mostly cloudy with wake-up temperatures in the 50s and gusty winds out of the south. For today, the chances of rain are mainly before the lunch hour. Otherwise, we'll see some clearing into the afternoon with the gusty winds continuing and daytime highs soaring in the mid to upper 60s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
It's Friday and there's football. I shall call it Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for all things football. The Fan. T-Bone and Tyvis present Talking Jackets. Talking Jackets.
There's a score! A turnover by the Islanders and Adam Fantilli. One more time. Puts it in the net.
You're look inside the world of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
We are lucky enough to be joined this morning by a Jackets legend, Rick Nash, on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Rick, thanks for taking the time this morning. We appreciate it. Two goals early yesterday for the Jackets out in Las Vegas, but then unfortunately it falls apart in the second period. What went wrong there for the Jackets in the second period in your eyes?
Yeah, it seemed like a great start, obviously, watching. And then as the game kind of continued, Vegas seemed to find their legs, and it just kind of started to snowball. And we know in every sport, once momentum shifts, it seems like we can't grab it back again. So, what exactly went wrong? Probably the simple answer is turnovers. Not playing with the same energy that we did in the first.
Rick, this has been a problem for the Jackets all year. Where obviously the third period has been like the Achilles heel for this team. Why is it taking so long for those guys to figure that out? Is there something that needs to change in practice? Are guys fatigued? What is it that you're seeing that's not happening to finish these games out in the third period?
Yeah, I think it's probably a combination of all the above. It's something that obviously the coaching staff and the organization is trying to figure out. I feel like when it happens at first, in any sport, you just kind of stick to your system, you stick to the plan. But then after a while, if it keeps happening, obviously there's got to be changes that's made. whether it's individually from players or from, your game plan or whatever it might be. But, I think it's a combination of just, taking your foot off the gas a little and not adjusting to the score and managing the game a little better.
Rick Nash joining us here on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Obviously, Rick, you're part of the front office for this team. And, one of the things that I think has been a success is bringing in Mason Marchment. He's been playing very well up until, obviously, he just got injured. I know that he's been placed on IR, so it's going to be a little bit before he gets back. But that addition, is that something that kind of gives this group confidence, you guys in the front office, to go out and be a little more aggressive as the season goes along? Is this something that informs your guys' moves, not just this year, but in the offseason too?
Yeah, it's a good question because, we're obviously sitting in the basement and, right around 500. So that's pretty unusual to be, a game over 500 or whatever it might be and still be in last place. So, with Mason, we had, some capital with draft picks and thought that we could improve our lineup right away. Moving forward, it's probably going to, really dictate itself before the Olympic break on what's going to happen around the deadline. But, we still believe in our young core and those are the guys that we need to get clicking and playing great. Obviously Zach's having another great season, and I think Matejchuk's taking another step. Marchenko had another one last night, and Fantilli's had a pretty good season. It was nice to see Kent score a goal last night. He's been struggling this year, so that's where our success is going to lie in our young core as we move forward, and those are the guys that we're going to need to be our stars.
Well, that was what I was going to ask, too, because like you said, the Olympic break is coming up here in about a month, and then, that's pretty much wipes out most of February. You get everybody back on the ice here, get them back in the States, and then the trade deadline's March 6th. So how important is this next stretch between now and the Olympic break to kind of determine the plan for you guys? Or does that, are we reading too much into like the day-to-day stuff? Is there a broader plan that isn't as affected as much by the results, let's say, in the next month?
Oh no, I'm on the page where this is the most important stretch right now. It's so interesting. You just look at a team of like Buffalo that goes 11-1, and they're still not in a playoff spot coming from the basement. So it's so hard to make up points. So I mean, we have to start now. It's not wait and see what happens. So with playing no games in February, and if you look at the schedule, once the Olympic break is over, I mean those games are going to come fast, almost every other day for a whole month of March and April. So it has to happen right now, and it has to shift, and we have to be gaining as many points as we can.
Rick, I want to take you back to the San Jose Sharks game. And specifically, I want to talk about Matthew Olivier. Now, I don't know if you was a big fighter or not, but have you ever seen somebody get knocked out on the ice? I mean, he was knocked out.
Yeah, you know what? I wasn't a big fighter. I had my fair share of fights in the NHL, but I was paid to do other things on the ice. But that was it was Olivier's such a tough guy, and I get to play a lot of years with Jody Shelley, and I saw Jody Shelley do that to some guys, and I've been around a lot of hockey fights where guys go down. But that was two of the toughest guys of our generation going at it right there, and that was incredible by Matthew.
Yeah, it was a fun fight to watch. I don't know if it rivals Rick Nash v. Sergei Bobrovsky, but that was...
I don't think that would have been on the main card. That was probably
That was an epic battle there. That was quite... That drama there was a lot of fun for us as Jackets fans, for sure. Rick Nash joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Rick, obviously you look at salary caps, you look at the NHL, you look at hockey, but I want to bring you to a topic that a lot of like college football fans are talking about, and just see what your thoughts are on this. Given what you deal with every day, looking at, the ins and outs, the money, all that stuff, if the NHL tomorrow just said, hey, we're going to eliminate the salary cap, we're going to eliminate all the contracts, they're going to be one-year deals. Also, when the Stanley Cup playoffs start, that's also when free agency starts. how hard would that make your job to be? Because we're looking at what's going on in college football, and it makes absolutely no sense. Given that that's your job is to look at some of that stuff, how chaotic would that be for any professional league, let alone the NHL?
Yeah, well, it's funny. I'm sitting on the East Coast doing some college scouting now, and I was just talking about it last night that, the same thing's going on in college hockey, that college football. And, we were just talking about how impossible it is to create a culture, at these universities when guys are just flipping right away. And what's the next step for college sports? Is it to sign a contract? So you at least, you have the guys for a couple of years. So to answer your question, it's probably impossible to really create momentum or, a 4-year window or 5-year window or a game plan moving forward with trying to figure that out. And, I think there's so much gray area right now in the college landscape that, if a guy doesn't like a coach or doesn't have a good experience or has a bad game, next thing you know, he's flipping right away. And, it's obviously great for the players, but, from the management standpoint or the school standpoint, what a tough landscape to navigate.
Well, I was going to ask on the college hockey front of that, because obviously you guys have draft picks that then go off and play in college and they get developed a little bit more. So you have that relationship where it's known when your college days are done, you've got a chance here to go and improve yourself professionally and go do that. But there's still a chance to get developed somewhat in college. How much has the landscape changed for you guys, even with some of that NIL stuff? Does that affect when you guys have a pick and you go put them on a college team, right? I mean, is that a thing that has changed a bit for you guys over the last couple of years?
Yeah, for sure. When in the past, when you played Canadian Major Junior, that erased your eligibility because NCAA called it semi-pro in Canada. So I think I got $40 a week and I had to pay for gas. So I don't know how we consider that semi-pro. Anyways, now I think it's a great stepping stone because, to contradict myself a bit, just the college hockey, I feel like is a level above the Canadian Major Junior. So, if we have a prospect, that's sitting, playing Major Junior like Jackson Smith, and, he's kind of already accomplished everything that he can at the junior from a development phase, but, with the rules, he's not ready for the AHL or NHL. I feel like the NCAA is such a great experience for these kids to go play, and you play 32 games in the hockey NCAA and Canadian Major Junior, playing about 68 to 70. So that gives some of these kids a lot of time in the gym all week to kind of work on their bodies and get bigger, faster, stronger, and not playing as much hockey.
There you go. He's Rick Nash. We appreciate the time this morning, Rick. Thanks again for getting up early, and we'll do it again soon, okay?
Of course, guys. Thank you so much.
There you go. Rick Nash on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Yeah, I can only imagine just some of the stuff they have to keep straight with salary cap rules and everything else. If you just took all that away and said, never mind, you can just sign whoever you want, whenever you want. They can leave halfway through the year. They can say they're going to be in the portal, not even get in the portal.
That would mess up everything.
And then doing it during the playoffs too. It's just, but yeah, I mean, you know what? They've got.
But they wanted it to be in January. I just don't understand it.
He mentioned Jackson Smith, right? Jackson Smith is playing with Penn State.
Yes.
I don't think I'm wrong on this. I think, isn't Caden Lindstrom, I think, is with Michigan State, and they're, I believe, coming in town this weekend.
Oh?
So maybe keep an eye on that.
Hopefully he's doing
I'll double
better.
check.
I know that last time when we talked to Bob, he said that it wasn't going that well for.
Well, hopefully it's starting to turn. Yeah. Hopefully it's starting to turn. I was looking at the OSU men's hockey schedule quickly because I'm just trying to double check that so I don't tell people the wrong information on that. But yeah, there you go. Today and tomorrow, Michigan State at the Shot. So go check them out. Go see what's going on. All right, 2 minutes away, we'll get the Football Friday forecast with 10 TV's own Meredith Garfalo. That's next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and happy Friday. Right now, the roads are looking pretty easy and smooth out there, especially as you're heading outside the door this morning. Really, the worst of it's going to be in our southeast corner, and I say worst loosely. Canal Winchester, Pickerington, a small portion of 33 westbound down to 22 miles per hour by Gender Road this morning. Other than that, no major issues to talk about. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
plumbing problems? Logan Services is here to help. We offer free estimates on water heaters, water softeners, sewers, and drains. Don't stress. Instead, take action and book your free appointment now. Logan Services.
Need help recovering from the holidays? Get a holiday loan from BMI Federal Credit Union and choose your amount from $1,000, $3,000, or $5,000 with low fixed rates and no application fees. Visit bmifcu.org/holiday loan for details.
What does it mean to give 100%? It means giving everything you've got, every single day. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. So no matter what you give, we give 100% for life-saving research victories, 100% to making new discoveries that lead to innovative treatments, 100% to groundbreaking cancer research that could one day save someone you love. We know cancer research is working. Over the last 30 years, an estimated 4.5 million lives have been saved thanks to game-changing research breakthroughs. But there is more work to do. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. We will always give 100% to accelerate victory over cancer.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Donate today at v.org.
Just when you thought afternoons couldn't get any dumber.
You fellas been doing a bit of boozing, have you?
Common Man and Timmy.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
Your home for dumb. The Fan. Tyvis will put anything in his mouth on a dare. All right, almost anything. No, I stand by my previous statement. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
At college football last night, Miami gets it done against Ole Miss. They win. Although there was a little controversy right at the end of the game, no call on what seemed like could have been pass interference on Miami. Ole Miss misses their conversion, trying to convert on a last second play, but Miami gets the job done. Michael Irvin was doing the belt to ass thing. He had all that going. It was all.
He gonna whoop his way to it all, ain't he? They gonna win it all, and he gonna do Indiana like that too.
Yeah, Big Ten's winning the national championship again, Tyvis.
I hope that would be the case. I really do. If Indiana wins for the first time since 1998, an Adidas school will win the national championship.
Is that real?
Isn't Miami an Adidas school?
I don't think they were in 2001.
Well, that's the thing.
Because he said the exact same thing.
Yeah, you brought this up to me in the break, and I thought, I don't remember if they had Nike on their uniforms. They very well may have.
To go look.
What if they had like Champion or something like the old school back in the day? Maybe that's what they had.
No, they had Nike on there.
Okay,
I'm
they were
at
Nike.
A picture of Andre
But they're
Johnson.
Adidas now, right?
Yeah, they're Adidas now.
And if Indiana wins tonight, obviously we know what
Adidas.
We know what Oregon is. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. What's your read on that game early? I mean, Indiana's favored by 3.5. I tend to think Indiana's going to win this game.
The number one pick is on the line.
You think so?
The draft pick, yeah, because it's between. So I was listening to Todd McShay do a breakdown of the two quarterbacks, and I thought he did a really good job. He was saying, like, he said that he is more Dante Moore. He thinks Dante Moore is the better quarterback. He said if you want to win, like, next year, like, if you want a quarterback to come in and do well next year, Fernando Mendoza is the guy. But if you're talking about a 10-year career, Dante Moore will 100% be better than Fernando Mendoza in his personal mind.
Yeah.
He was like, everybody compares him to like C.J. Stroud. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. They
say that his ball placement is really well. Like he throws the ball very accurate.
It's funny because I feel like sometimes there's this, you need to have the game that allows you to pick the guy first. You know what I mean? Where it's like, hey, our scouts believe in this guy, but now if he goes head to head and wins it, that might be what makes the difference. So yeah, we'll find out tonight. Should be a lot of fun to watch. All of it coming up 7:30 on ABC, ESPN, everywhere else. College football playoffs. Nothing but excitement there.
When it comes to football and the weather, she knows everything. Welcome to the Football Friday Forecast with 10 TV meteorologist Meredith Garfalo.
Meredith is back on Fridays. Good morning,
guys.
Meredith. How are you?
I'm glad to be back because we have all playoff games outdoors this weekend.
Yeah, which is
whoa. You like that?
She does weather, Tyvis. What do you mean does she like that?
Yes.
I like control environments.
But think about it this way. The challenges they're going to be facing for each team. So it could go either way in some of these games if they're not ready.
You sound like this man.
I know.
See, I like the chaos. I like the added variable. I like the fact they have to overcome some weather. So there are a lot of games to get to, but the one that I am the most interested in.
Okay.
Well, actually, before we get to the games, we have some weather moving through the area, right? So let's keep an eye on that first. Since that's here.
Very important. If you're going to be traveling in the next half hour to 45 minutes, we have a line of some really heavy downpours and strong winds that'll be moving through the Columbus metro. I was timing it out. It should be into downtown Columbus just before 8 o'clock. It's not a severe warned storm by any means, but it is going to have heavy downpours, which could cause a very low visibility and wind gusts upwards of 40 to 50 miles per hour. So it's moving into the west side within the next 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, so if you're like driving into work and you got to be there in about 5 minutes, like get in, especially if you're on the west side of town, get in, get parked and run inside and get in there before all the rain hits. So yeah, that's good to know.
But we could have a record high this afternoon and with some clearing. So you might actually be outdoors in the mid 60s if we get that clearing early. So it could be a good afternoon for you.
Is it here to stay? Like, let's just skip the snow and all that. Let's just go right into the spring.
I know, I wish, but we're back to winter weather on Sunday.
Yeah. Well, that's okay.
Boo.
So get out today if you once all the weather passes. Hopefully you can enjoy some of the warmth. That'll be good. All right. So not going to be warm in Chicago. Bears in the Windy City hosting the Packers, and that one is supposed to be a snow game, right?
It could be. If we have that precip coming in, I was checking where the timing is of the snow, because temperatures are going to be at or below freezing. So any precip we get would either be like a freezing mix or it would be snow. The big thing is it will be the Windy City for that game. We could see some gusts out of the west at about 25 to 30, so that could be impacting some of those field goals for sure.
Oh, field goals and Dylan. Passing yardage.
I win under.
There you go.
The over-under on that game is 44.5, which is not it's not a huge over-under, but it's definitely not the lowest one you're going to find in the NFL. It's kind of right in the middle. So, yeah, the under seems like an interesting.
It's really going to be that bad.
Well, if it's windy, like Meredith is talking about, yeah.
Good. I can't wait to turn into the pregame. See Sherm freezing.
Yeah, Richard Sherman is going to be there, your buddy, covering that game. That on yesterday or tomorrow, I can't figure out what day it is. On Saturday.
Okay. It's Friday.
Before that Packers-Bears game, you have the Rams and the Panthers. That one is in Carolina.
Ooh.
And it is going to be, I see here it says the forecast says 69, 70 degrees for that game, but it's probably not going to be, if it's warm like that, I'm guessing there's going to be some precipitation, right?
There is, and they stole my forecast for sure, because that's exactly what I'm going. Upper 60s, low 70s for the game. You're going to have some rain to deal with, so that could be very interesting. And then another windy game, southwest winds gusting 20 to 30 miles per hour.
Over-under in that game is 45.5, just
Is it
FYI.
anybody that got a good climb?
Dylan, Rams dome team. You're going to take the Rams to cover 10.5 on the road, in the weather, sloppy conditions.
This is sloppy.
I am too. I'm choosing the Rams myself on Saturday.
I can see them winning the game, but Dylan said there's not a point total high enough to put this. And I'm saying I can see the Rams keeping it like within I can see the Panthers keeping it within a touchdown.
You mentioned all these factors, but you forgot to mention that the Panthers are ass. Wow. That's what you forgot to mention.
They beat them the last time.
I was going to say, I think they're coming back, because think about the last couple Rams games. I mean, they've been struggling in some areas. I mean, you have Puka Nacua, who's been coming out strong.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to see what Stafford's going to do with the quarterback. I know much about the Rams.
Is Devontae Adams playing?
That's a great question.
I think he might be.
It doesn't
back.
matter because the Panthers.
Yes.
That's right. So it doesn't matter. That's fine. We just leave it at that. Is there anything on Sunday weather-wise? Sunday or Monday? I know the Monday night game is the Steelers and Texans.
Yes.
Steelers
Sunday.
are hosting that one. Texans, another dome team, has to go on the road for their first-round matchup.
So Sunday, you're going to have a West Coast 49ers team playing in Philly against the Eagles. That's in the evening on Sunday. We got upper 30s to low 40s. You'll have some showers possible. Again, northwest winds gusting 25 to 30. Wind's going to be a big factor, I think, in these games as we go into the weekend.
Well, runner in that one, 44.5. Like, it's, again,
you like that.
Could be an underplay on all these games.
It makes it interesting. It depends with the gusts and how hard they kick the football, and like you said, out in the field with the passing. So it's kind of fun to see how the weather impacts and who's used to playing with it, and then who's also being like, I don't know, because I've been playing in a dome, like you said.
Would you be up for like standing outside in those conditions for 4 hours?
If it was like the Rams Carolinas where it was in the 60s and 70s.
No, I'm talking Packers Bears. If you was a Bears fan, would you go to that game?
Well, since I'm a Browns fan, as we all know, I've definitely, said you sit in the stands, you find ways to stay warm, and you get through it.
That's right.
If it's a playoffs game and your team's in the playoffs, why not?
Of course, Tyvis. If it's next year,
Tyvis
next year,
nothing because I'm
brand new head coach.
I'm out.
Brand new head coach. He taps in, wrist up, 12. Shedeur Sanders balls out next year. They're 12-5. They're hosting a playoff game, and the forecast is 22, windy, and some sleeting rain or snow.
I'm gonna let you know something.
You're there.
I'm gonna let you know something.
We're all there.
He could tap in Jesus Christ. I'm not going.
Well, hey, they got some of the same cold weather for Monday night, too. I mean, you're looking around freezing temperatures in Pittsburgh. You've got partly cloudy skies. I don't think we're going to have the precip on Monday that the rest of the teams are going to be dealing with. But, I mean, Houston, it's going to be cold when you guys are playing out there.
Yeah. And that one, by the way, the over-under, we've been talking over-unders in this one. That one is 38.5. Now, that is a very low over-under for that game.
But
so.
no wins.
No wins, though.
Hey, yeah,
taking
not as bad.
All right, there you go. Meredith, thanks for all the info. We appreciate it. And thanks for the update on the weather here, actually. That's also good. So be careful. If you're getting out of your car in the next 20, 30 minutes, you could see some wind and rain moving through the area. We'll let you get back. 10 TV, 10 Plus. You can catch Meredith Garfalo and the whole 10 weather team and all the other news team that they have there. Keep you up to date on everything that's going on. Something interesting happening for the Bengals today. We'll discuss it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good morning. We are seeing yet another crash on our roads. This time around, it's happening in our southeast corner. So we're talking over by Canal Winchester 33. It's that westbound direction heading downtown just as you're passing Ranger Road. Expect some lane closures out there and some really slow drive times, 9 miles per hour. We're also seeing some backups really extending towards 33 westbound at Agenda Road this morning. Folks, just take it nice and easy and be safe out on the roads for this Friday. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
At Babs R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement. As the Midwest's fastest growing 5-star bathroom remodeler, we're more than just transformations. We're a community driven by a mission to bring your dreams to life. Our installation team, part of the Babs R Us community, isn't just skilled. They're dedicated to respecting your home. Each day, they bring craftsmanship and hustle, turning your dream space, no matter the size, into reality. Together, we embrace a culture that values diversity, collaboration, and giving back. From supporting local projects to fostering a workplace where every voice is valued. Babs R Us is more than a company. It's a community of experts. We're also expanding locations to create more possibilities for homeowners across the Midwest. Wherever you are, you'll find us ready to turn your dreams into something you can see, feel, and enjoy every day. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, loans and no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BAB to schedule your free estimate or go to babsrus.com. Babs R Us, where dreams soak in.
You still thinking job change in the new year? Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy. IT? Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI. That's what I did. Really? How? Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up. Sweet. Are classes online or on campus? Both. Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
It's Timmy Hall and AI Common Man. Happy to ring in another year with our friends at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Hey, Mikey, do you want to be a millionaire? Hollywood is the place to do it.
From now until March 25th, you have the chance to win $1 million instantly. And here's something Mikey likey. All new brunch items at the Sportsbook restaurant and bar like Biscoff stuffed French toast, country Benedict, or roast beef hash skillet. Yummy.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. Great cars, great deals, Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin. You know the savings are so good. Great Lakes Hyundai of Columbus. Good. GLakesHyundai.com.
Getting the cold shoulder? Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your furnace fast. Call 1-800-COOLING.
What would it take for my child to only miss half a day of school for treatment?
What would it take to fund a cure for childhood cancer?
It would take all of us to come together to support the research. Join us. Go to childrenscancer.org today.
Did you know that 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February?
And did you know there's a good chance it's just hormones? Hi, I'm Evan Bass, founder of the Columbus Men's Clinic, and I started this clinic a decade ago to take care of men. If your testosterone is low, then motivation, energy, and drive often follow too. And keeping resolutions can feel like walking through mud, and even more so as we age. ED and low T tend to get worse if untreated. And guys, you're not alone. Your physician-led support team at the Columbus Men's Clinic has your back. For years, we've effectively treated ED and low T comprehensively and with proven treatments dialed in just for you. With same-day booking, you can meet our passionate medical team, and by this afternoon, you'll leave with a plan that's designed to be sustainable for life. The number one thing we hear guys say is, I forgot how I used to feel. Guys, it's time to feel amazing and crush this new year. Call my team right now and let us treat you to an unforgettable experience. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. That's columbusmensclinic.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. One of the great annoyances in life, at least for me, is the check engine light, right? You get in your car, you see the check engine light, and you go, I got to take care of that. I don't know what it is. So you let it sit there forever. It bugs you, and eventually a bigger problem happens. Well, every day in your house, your check engine light might be on, but it's not your engine. It's your windows, because you sit down on your couch, you feel the cold, drafty air coming in through your windows, and you go, I got to do something about these windows. But just like the check engine light, I'm afraid of how much it's going to cost, and I don't know where to go. I can't help you with your check engine light, but I can help you with your windows. Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 Windows free sale is going on now. Stop wasting money by letting the warm air in your house escape through your cold, drafty windows. You're spending more on your heating bills when you don't have to. Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 Windows free sale is the perfect time to address this problem. Plus, 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. That could be yours as well. Schedule an estimate today. WindowNation.com.
Join our resident gambling degenerates, Steve Biddle and Scotty Vegas for On the Money. Sunday mornings at 9.
Presented by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
All the action, none of the responsibility.
The Fan.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. One of these guys still believes he can play in the NFL. It's T-Bone. He says it's because of his low center of gravity. He's dumb. This is Bone and Tyvis.
Man, the new year is here, and improving your health may be one of your big resolutions. But when you're tired, low on energy, not sleeping well, or not seeing progress in the gym, staying committed can be tough. If you're in your early to mid 30s, did you know you start losing 2 to 3% of your testosterone production every year? It happens gradually. Before you know it, you're just not that guy you were in your 20s and 30s. Trust me, I feel it. It could be decreasing libido, putting on weight, less productive at the gym, poor sleep patterns, or sad and depressed. If you are feeling any of these symptoms, I encourage you to go to tristatemenshealth.com and take their low T quiz, which is a simple 10-question quiz with yes or no answers that takes 2 minutes. After that, you want to schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health. They will do your lab work and have your result within 30 minutes. A licensed medical provider will review the results with you and discuss your options, and you will make the decision together with their medical team. The cost of the appointment is only $99. If you sign up today for the treatment, your appointment why am I struggling today? If you sign up for your testosterone treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. There are 2 locations located in Columbus. One is in Hilliard. The other one's in Westerville. Call them today at 800-900-9654. Visit tristatemenshealth.com.
The YouTube chat going strong today. They are discussing, I saw Tryhards talking about this among others, that one of the premier vacation destinations for Columbus residents.
What is this day? What is this?
Carolinas. Outer Banks.
You want to go there?
No, I'm just saying, like, that's the discussion going on in the YouTube chat, is about how the Outer Banks is like, it's one of those places that for whatever reason, it seems like everyone in central Ohio goes out there.
Ain't that a show?
Outer Banks?
Yes, on
Probably
Netflix, but it's based off of the Outer Banks.
I don't know.
It's in Outer Banks, the show.
I don't even know what it is.
Well, that's like a bunch of islands in North Carolina that are like the outer, like, once you get past those, they're like the barrier islands. And then once you get past those, that's where like the ocean is. But people go out. There's a lot of hotels and stuff.
So this is like people for like want to be in the beach and the water and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can rent a beach house out there. That's the thing.
See, I'm not into that stuff.
No,
my wife is. I'm not.
You should take her.
We are polar opposites when it comes to that. My wife would love nothing more than to just go somewhere where she could be on the beach all the time and lay out and be in the water and all of those things.
Yeah.
I am exactly the opposite, where I can do that for 24 hours, but like I'm not trying to do it every day. Like when we go somewhere, she want to do it every day. Every day we gotta go to the beach, and it's played out after the first day.
Have you ever laid in a hammock? Like we took a vacation to Mexico once, and there was on the beach. The resort we stayed at was really nice, but they had an area like they have the swim up, the pool with the swim up bar. They had all this cool stuff. It was a great resort. I've never taken a vacation like that before or since. We kind of lucked out.
Was this with or without your kids?
This was without the kids, which is also an incredible. I know.
That doesn't exist.
Listen. But what I'm telling you is they had a spot there where it was like a big grove of like palm trees. And in between every 2 palm trees, they had a hammock tied up. And there were like 30 of them. So my wife was like, why don't you just go lay in the hammock for a little bit? And I was like, you know what? It sounds like a good idea.
These must have been some strong trees.
That's exactly right. They had the redwood trees. They were redwood palm trees, my friend.
So you laid in the hammock.
I got in this hammock
and went to sleep.
I was like, these things, hammocks, because I see people fall out of them. They tip over.
Yeah.
I hopped in this hammock. The wind is blowing. I hear the seagulls making their noises. The waves are crashing. I fell asleep, woke up 2 hours later. It was the most deepest, craziest sleep I've ever had in my life. Was sleeping in a hammock on the coast of Mexico between 2 palm trees. So the palm trees had to be uprooted and dug out because they were bent all the way over. But when it got done, baby, I was as relaxed as I'd ever been in my life.
So when you did this,
I never wanted to leave. Never.
The palm trees, I'm assuming, like shielded you from the sun.
No, I mean, there were enough trees around that, yeah, it was kind of, and it was later in the day, so the sun was kind of going down a little bit.
Okay.
I had sunscreen on, but yeah, I mean, I had a hat covering. I was in heaven.
This is something that I don't have any desire.
Have you ever slept in a hammock? That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like, if you go and do this, you may find.
Do I look like the type of person that wants to sleep outside?
You're Jamaican.
Again, do I look like the type of person that want to sleep outside?
I mean, I don't know what I'm just saying to people.
I don't know what that has to do with anything.
You're an island guy by nature.
No.
Yes.
No.
Have you been to Jamaica?
Twice.
Oh, but did you like it? Did you like the island vibe? Did you enjoy the beaches?
It's cool.
Yeah?
It's fine.
Why don't we go? Why don't we do the show from Jamaica?
Always trying to get back.
I'm always trying to get out of here, man. Are you kidding me? Let's take a trip.
By the way, this conversation.
Take me anywhere, Tyvis.
After talking to my father, the Jamaica is down right now because of the hurricane. They got a long way to go.
Thoughts and prayers with them, for sure.
This conversation was brought up by the YouTube chat. I also want to condemn the YouTube chat for being perpetually horny. Okay.
What?
They just
they're out of pocket on that stuff.
I didn't even see it.
There's always weird talk on there about that stuff. All right. So Bengals, they have something good going on. Here's what it is. Today, Duke Tobin, who is their director of player personnel, he effectively functions as their general manager. He is believed to be as close to ownership as you can be without being named Blackburn or Brown, which is the family that owns the Bengals, right? He is looked at like that by the ownership. He never speaks to prepared media groupings. He always comes out during the combine or draft week and will just do a quick scrum with the media. And it's like, oh, hey, Duke Tobin's talking. And they'll get 1 or 2 shots a year with this guy, and that's it. Today, he's going to do a press conference and take questions. So
they need to ask him, how is it that you continue to keep your job when this roster is terrible?
Well, I'm telling you, this is the Bengals media. I would think a lot of the people in Cincinnati who cover this team and just NFL reporters who cover this team, I would hope that they have some questions. They've got their pencils sharpened and they have got some bangers of questions for this guy, because if you get a bunch of softballs today, that's just an abject failure of journalism. This guy is offering a chance to go talk to him. You need to go take it, and you need to hold him to the fire.
Let me get this right.
You got to ask some tough questions about Joe Burrow. What is his mindset? You got to ask about Zach Taylor. You got to ask. They're not firing any of these coaches that once again screwed up another year where you have this talented offensive roster and the defense can't do anything for the most part. Questions have to be asked and answered. Let's go.
Do you think if you was a journalist, you could ask the tough questions?
Yeah.
You think so? Even though they give you all the access to be in the building and have one-on-ones with coaches and players, you think you could still be critical?
Yeah. I mean, do
I
it
feel
all
like
the time.
a lot of people can.
Here's the difference, though, is that like you have to know that your organization backs you. This is like an inside media baseball kind of thing here, but like if you go ask tough questions and then you come back to work and the guy who's your boss, the guy or gal says, why were you being so rough there? That was too tough of a question. We're going to get in trouble. And no, they're going to pull our, like, if they don't support you and you have a bunch of like wusses who run your office, then you won't be able to ask tough questions because you're going to be afraid of losing your job. But if you go in and ask the tough questions and your bosses say, great job, that's journalism, that's what we need. If they have a problem with it and they complain to us, we're going to scream at them. Like then you have the support of your organization to go ask the tough questions. That's what I think is lacking in some of the journalism that goes on, because there are just some organizations that don't have that.
Once you realize as a coach, player, or front office person that if the journal is not personal,
right?
Like once you get that part, like it's fine. Like as a player, somebody wrote a terrible article about me. Like back then, it would like who did forget this guy? But then if you look at the film and it's like warranted, it's like, well, I mean, what do you want me to say?
No, man. I mean, it's the reality. It's like this: the job, the loyalty for these journalists is to your audience. You get access, but the trade-off for that is a lot of people want you to ask questions with that access. And if you only use that access just to make yourself feel good, then you're not doing your job. And if you only get that access to be like, hey, me and this coach are tight now and we text each other and we're friendly, then you're not doing your job. So, yeah, I do have a big problem with that. And I would like to think if I was in that position, I wouldn't have that. By the way, it's part of why I don't go cover teams is because I want to be able to do that here. I want to be able to talk about this stuff freely and not always be influenced by what's going on at other places. All right. How do you feel about the Buckeyes after the game last night? Fiesta Bowl, Miami wins. You feeling good or bad about that, Buckeye fans? We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Right now, we are seeing some slowdowns after a crash closer to downtown. It's happening on 670, that westbound direction at that 315 northbound intersection. The right shoulder is blocked, so that's not too bad, but still seeing those delays about 16 miles per hour out there. But some much better news for our friends on the west side. If you're taking 33 to Roberts Road, only got you there at 6 minutes, looking pretty green on this time saver traffic map. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Get organized and save big money with Dakota Closets at Menards. Dakota Closets can be installed in any room, from home offices and laundry rooms to walk-in or reach-in closets. Use the You Create Closet Planner, available in-store or online, to design a Dakota closet system that maximizes your space and matches your style. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for more great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
What would it take for my child to only miss half a day of school for treatment?
What would it take to fund a cure for childhood cancer?
It would take all of us to come together to support the research. Join us. Go to childrenscancer.org today.
My mom is a veteran and she was injured in the line of duty.
I hurt my leg in a training accident when she was only 2 years old.
She had 7 different surgeries over the span of 9 years, and there were tons of complications.
I couldn't be the mom my kids needed me to be.
She missed so much.
After my last surgery, I got an infection so bad I thought it was going to kill me.
I told her she couldn't leave me yet. There was still so much she had to see. I hadn't even graduated.
I'm doing much better now. I may have lost my leg, but I've gained so much. I'm an active part of my kids' lives.
She can kick a mean soccer ball.
DAV's been there for me and my family. Through thick and thin, they've had our back.
Every year, DAV helps more than 1 million veterans like Sandy get the health and disability benefits they've earned so they can achieve victories great and small.
My victory is getting my life back. I got my joy back.
We got our mom back, thanks to DAV.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Around the world, Children International and friends like you are giving children in poverty a chance to grow and thrive, to be healthy, to succeed in school, and achieve great things. How do we do it? In the best way possible, by helping ensure access to healthcare, nutrition, and educational opportunities. And most importantly, by empowering youths and their families to get out of poverty and into employment through life skills, computer, and job training. The very tools they need to break the cycle of poverty and build futures full of promise. Because every child deserves a chance to realize their full and best potential. Learn more about how Children International is empowering children and families by going to children.org today. That's children.org.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle. Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score.
Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up, you get early payout on parlays too. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. And app only.
Hey, Max, you look absolutely dashing in that purple tie. Ready to harness the world?
You bet, Daisy. I'm ready as I'll ever be. And might I say, your purple tie really pops with your vest.
Thanks. I almost went with a cape, but didn't want to come across as pretentious.
Nonsense. Anyone in our line of work should rock a cape.
You might be onto something, Max.
Phew, so here we go. First day on the job. We've got this, right?
Right. Don't forget, we both graduated from Dogs Inc. with honors.
Which means I can guide my human around a busy city with ease.
And I can give my human a restful night.
I hope my human is kind and loving.
And I hope mine likes wet kisses and zoomies.
Ready to make a difference?
Born ready. Let's go.
Discover how extraordinary dogs like Daisy and Max change lives at no cost to the recipients. Visit dogsinc.org.
Have a good day. Stay warm. So my teenage son just went to school in shorts and a hoodie. It's 3 degrees. At least I know he'll be warm in our house, thanks to Atlas Butler. If something goes wrong, they'll fix it within 24 hours. They call it their comfort pledge. Ah, you do want the coat.
My phone.
Oh, your phone. Should have known.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Now's the time to buy or renew your 2026 dog licenses. Not only are dog licenses required by law, but fees support the Franklin County Dog Shelter and Adoption Center. Buy or renew your dog licenses today at franklincountyauditor.com.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Ole Miss and Miami faced off in the Fiesta Bowl last night with a national championship berth on the line. Miami came away with the victory 31-27 and await the winner of Oregon and Indiana tonight in the Peach Bowl. Meanwhile, the basketball Buckeyes are on the Pacific Northwest. They played the Oregon Ducks last night and won 72-62. They'll finish up this trip with a visit to Washington on Sunday. We'll have coverage of that game starting at 5 o'clock. Columbus Blue Jackets were in Sin City last night, taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. The Jackets were up 2-0 early in the first period, but let in 4 unanswered goals and eventually lost 5-3. This update is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. BMI Federal Credit Union has been voted best credit union for the past 8 years in a row by CBUS Top Picks. Visit BMIFCU.org. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
In terms of the Waffle House menu, Tyvis covered and smothered his opponents. Meanwhile, T-Bone is a chunk of hash who's often covered in gravy. I'm not sure what that means either. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
We got Austin Ward coming up at 8:30 to talk to him about the portal news, and I'm going to ask him, why is it that Bobby and Cardell hates him? Just completely took him and Burns' report and just shattered it. So that's at 8:30.
What are we going to talk about?
The portal.
Let's go hit the portal.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that with Austin Ward coming up at 8:30. That should be fun.
So yesterday, I'm driving. I had to go to QC Kinetics to do my stem wave therapy. So I got done with that. I'm on my way home. Had to pick up some Little Caesars for my kids. Which I got recognized.
Hell yeah, Little Caesars. Love Little Caesars.
I got recognized. The guy, one of the guys that was going to pick his pizza up was listening to Man and Timmy as well. And he was like, you're Tyvis. Hey, they're on the radio talking about you right now. And I was like, funny, because I was just listening to that. So Common Man came up with this theory. And I need to know if this is how I come off to the world.
Great.
They were talking about how I was telling you about how I got the weekend. For the first time since August, I got a free weekend to do whatever, and I don't know what to do. And they were saying, the joke was, well, until fish make you do some work or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Common Man believes that the reason that I like to work, he said, is one of two reasons. It's either that I hate my family,
yeah,
or I have a fear of like being alone.
That's interesting. I mean, I don't think either of those things are true about you.
I don't hate my family.
No,
but
because
why would I? First of all, I'm a loner at heart.
Yeah, well, we've talked about how you and I are both similar in that you could go to like eat at a restaurant by yourself, like just sit down.
No, I will not do that.
I thought you said you could.
No, I will go to sit at the bar. I'm not going to get a table for one. I'm not doing that.
Oh well, okay,
that's
whatever.
I think, and I know he'll probably hear this and say, "Well, that proves my point." That doesn't prove your point. I'm just not doing that by myself.
You can go do stuff by yourself, though. You can like go to a store and walk around and like go if you needed something. You go shopping for an hour. You can just
absolutely.
You could find yourself alone.
I've never shopped before now. You know how I shop? I was just telling my wife about this. My wife is horrible. We're complete polar opposites. My wife can go to a store and be in there for 2 hours. I go to the store and I can be in there for 2 minutes. Because when you say, like, if I need something, like let's say I need a hoodie from Dick's. Right. Sporting good. You got to say the whole thing. You can't just say.
Better than the reverse.
Yeah.
A dick from hoodies. Whatever that's, I don't know if that's a thing.
Let's say that I needed a hoodie from there.
Guy named Dick who works at hoodies. We all know about that. Richard. We've met him.
This is how I approach shopping.
Yeah.
I go to the store and I walk through the store. I don't stop. I just continue to walk. So I will walk through the hoodie aisle and section. Mm-hmm. If I stop, that means it's something that caught my eye. If I don't stop, that means it was nothing worth me getting to stop and catch my eye. So I'm gonna just keep on going, and then I'm gonna walk out the store. So I do like a walkthrough when I go shop. I walk through, and if I don't see nothing, I just keep on moving.
You don't like dig to see.
No,
maybe on the rack there's something buried that I'm not seeing. But if hidden gem,
I'm not doing that. No.
Okay.
It's got to stay because it's got to catch my eye. It's got to be an attention getter.
You are the reason they made end caps. Like when you go to the grocery store and they have at the end of the aisle, they have like, oh look, here's Oreos now, like
correct.
3 for $6 or whatever.
Yes.
That's why they did it, so that it catches your eye because you're not going to go down the aisle.
Correct.
And like go, where are the specific things I'm looking for?
That's right.
Got to be big and bold.
And if it's like a grocery list, I'm hitting only the things on the list. I'm going straight there. I ain't looking at nothing else. Those is it. That's how I shop.
All right, that's fair.
I agree with your point that it's not because you don't want to be alone. It's for sure because you hate your family.
Oh, the work thing? I don't think it's because Tyvis.
You know why? You know why I hate my family?
Yeah.
Because I got a bill that's $910 because of them. If I was alone, I wouldn't. It'd be $2 because I'd never be there.
Yeah. If you missed it earlier, you can go hear it on the podcast. Just search up T-Bone and Tyvis on your favorite podcast app. It'll be there. But early to start the show, Tyvis mentioned that his electric bill, which is usually around $350,
something like that,
was over $900.
$910 to be exact.
Yeah, that's that something's not right. That feels like you're getting screwed over. Or I mean, again, if your family is running like a grow operation down in the basement, just say so. That's fine.
That's what somebody said. That's exactly what my friend said yesterday.
I mean, that stuff takes electricity.
Are y'all growing product down there? Like, what?
They are Jamaican. Again.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
No.
Tyvis Powell don't partake in any of those activities.
Yes. You're growing.
I am what Common Man and Timmy would describe as a good, clean boy.
That's right. Exactly.
You're related to Usain Bolt, not Bob Marley.
Correct.
That's right. You are, or Bob Ross, as it turns out. Also, probably enjoyed some of that product. If you're growing anything in your basement, it's lemons for lemonade. That's what you're. That's the only thing you would be case.
You know, I make my own Sprite now.
What? Stop.
I do.
You say this, and it's like you sound like someone who is insane.
So, I was
like, come get my Sprite out of my trunk. I make it myself.
So this is what you do is you take
Dasani bottles.
You cut a lemon.
It's taped on the lid.
You cut a lemon. You use half a lemon, half a lime, and you use agave. You put some agave syrup in there. You put it in the cup, and then you get some sparkling water, pour it in there, mix it together, and it tastes like Sprite. Actually, it tastes a little bit better than Sprite.
Or you just buy Sprite and it's
no.
made.
This is more healthier because know what? It's only 3 ingredients that's going. It's lemon, lime, and agave.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. I don't care.
You know what? I'm trying to help you live a healthy. I'm trying to promote a healthy lifestyle. What was I thinking, T-Bone?
Right. Yeah, what were you thinking? Stop.
Go buy it. Go buy the bad stuff.
You know what? Mental health is good, and when I can walk in, buy the Sprite, and then drink it, that helps me. Not have to know. I got like, oh, are we out of lemons and agave? Well, I guess I can't have a Sprite. No, do we have a green can sitting there? Psh, that's what I do. That's how that works. Very easy. All right, last night, Miami gets it done against Ole Miss. They advance to the national championship game, which will be in Miami. So they get a home site national championship game. Must be nice. As a Buckeye fan, as a Buckeye former player, Tyvis, do you feel like the Buckeyes were only a few points away from beating Miami? It was a really close game. They're in the national championship. Does that make you feel better about this? Because to me, it pisses me off because we were this close and we didn't get it done. That's how I feel about it.
I mean, to go off of Dylan, it depends on where you are mentally wise. Are you still with the same expectation before the season, or are we talking with my mid-season adjustments? Because my mid-season adjustment, I'm mad that they failed because they shouldn't have. They had all the talent, and it was just a waste of year to me. Only good thing on this is they beat the team up north.
Yeah.
But outside of that, when it came to the moment where it seems like to me it reverted back to the issues we had before they won the Natty. When talent is equal, we don't win those games.
What's weird is I would feel less frustrated if Ole Miss went out and blew out Miami by 30. You know what I mean? I would look at it and be like,
you would feel better?
I would say we had trouble with Miami. Ole Miss destroyed them. Now I know we weren't that close. And now at least that would still make me frustrated, but at least then I could say it wasn't like we were going to beat Ole Miss either. You know what I mean? Like if these games were not close, if it's Indiana and Miami, and they play to 3 points. If that's what happens, I don't know that it will. Indiana and Oregon have to play tonight first. But if that game is close, I'm going to be frustrated because I'm going to say we were right there with that team and we could have won and we let it slip through our fingers. You don't know how often you're going to get those chances. If Ole Miss had just blown the doors off of Miami last night, I could say, okay, we weren't as close. That does stink, but at least I don't live in some delusional fairy tale where I think, oh, if this had gone different, if that had gone different, we might have won a national championship. That would have put it to bed. Last night did not put that to bed for me. It makes me feel like, yes, an opportunity was missed, and that's frustrating. Extremely frustrating.
The fact of the matter is an opportunity was missed, and it is what it is. I mean, I'm interested to see how they bounce back from it, and apparently, we need to stay healthy. I'm still waiting to see the moves. I'm not going to panic over no moves because, again, they told me not to panic over these moves.
Who told you not to panic?
I told you.
I certainly didn't tell you
all the people that's in the building, that hang around the building, that's close to people in the building. They say, don't panic. This is expected.
That's right. Just don't panic over no portal panic here.
Yeah.
And by the building, you mean the Woody, right?
Correct.
Not this building.
No,
right.
not this one. The Woody Hayes Athletic Center.
Yeah. No panic. Sure. That's fine. I'm not going to panic. You know what? Let's find out how it plays out. Let's see how the rest of this goes. But we're going to talk with Austin Ward, as you mentioned, about the portal and other things. We'll ask him about Bo Jackson, what's the latest there, all that coming up at 8:30. But next, we're going to hear from some people who should just shut up. One of them is a big-time SEC fan, and he needs to shut up now. We're going to talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Well, many of us waking up to a rainy commute on this Friday, and that is coming with some crashes, some traffic alerts. I do want to tell you about the newest one coming in over on the north side, really towards Westerville this morning. 71 northbound, a crash out there at Polaris Parkway. Lanes are restricted, already down to 22 miles per hour for your slowdowns right now. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
I wish I'd gotten treated for my erectile dysfunction sooner. Men, I hear this all the time from our patients. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if ED is a problem in your life, resolve to get it treated today and stop having it affect you and the one you love. ED is simply a medical condition, and it's fully treatable. And at Tri-State Men's Health, we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most guys, your ED will be a thing of the past. In fact, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and you'll likely find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. It's the new year. Resolve to get your ED treated and change your life. Call us at Tri-State Men's Health. Your initial visit is only $99. It includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. That's tristatemenshealth.com. We have 2 convenient locations in the area to serve you in Hilliard and Westerville.
Now's the time to buy or renew your 2026 dog licenses. Not only are dog licenses required by law, but fees support the Franklin County Dog Shelter and Adoption Center. Buy or renew your dog licenses today at franklincountyauditor.com.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. Great cars, great deals, Great Lakes. GLakesHyundai.com.
Hi, I'm Connie Britton. I support Feeding America because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Learn more at feedingamerica.org. Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
You know a thing or two about the moments in life that matter. You've seized those moments to embrace joy, accomplish great things, and build meaningful relationships. Is it time now to sit back and reflect on a life well lived? Maybe. Or maybe there's more to be done. Maybe this is the most important moment you've encountered yet. By volunteering with AmeriCorps Seniors, you can seize the moment, lend a hand, and get back more than you give. We connect you to local volunteer organizations with opportunities that fit your schedule and match your interests. Through AmeriCorps Seniors, you can support people in times of need and make your community stronger. You can become a companion to your older neighbors, brightening their days with friendship. You can even become a mentor for young people, serving as a role model and enriching their lives. Are you ready to seize your moment? Visit AmeriCorps.gov/yourmoment and get started today.
Make this your year. Looking for a new career in the high-demand fields of IT and cybersecurity? Attend classes live, online, or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
This is Pause Before You Play, and it's time for more game day picks from local sports fans. You're on the air. Who you got?
Actually, I'm not betting, just chilling and watching the game.
I know that move. A pause. Sounds like you've got a winning strategy.
Exactly. After I set limits and recognized the risk, I knew it was time to stop.
Now that is responsible betting, folks. Sports are fast. Betting shouldn't be. Make a plan at pausebeforeyouplay.org. That's pausebeforeyouplay.org.
The Jackets hit the road for a battle with the Avalanche. Live fan coverage starts Saturday afternoon at 3:30.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Proud to be your flagship home of the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll see scattered showers and maybe even a rumble of thunder this morning. Otherwise, skies will be mostly cloudy with wake-up temperatures in the 50s and gusty winds out of the south. For today, the chances of rain are mainly before the lunch hour. Otherwise, we'll see some clearing into the afternoon with the gusty winds continuing and daytime highs soaring in the mid to upper 60s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Have you already started your tailgate? Us too. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan. Sometimes it's better if people just shut up.
Shut up!
It's time for Morning Breath.
Sponsored by Sanders' Famous Bumpy Cake. Now available in Columbus at Kroger and Meyer.
All right, so, the SEC, they lost yesterday. Ole Miss goes down in defeat to Miami in the Verbo Fiesta Bowl last night. Now, we can talk about what that means for Miami, all that stuff, but what it also means is for the third year in a row, there will not be an SEC team even in the championship game.
SEC?
Yeah. So, this is a little audio from a guy who has to leave the country in Paul Feinbaum. Paul Feinbaum said before the season, he said if he phrased it as, I can't stand watching another Big Ten team win.
No, the question.
Paul Feinbaum before the season was asked, what, Tyvis?
The question was, she said, is the SEC going to win the national championship? Is it going to be an SEC team? He said it is, and if it's not, I am going to leave the country.
And then he said, because these Big Ten fans, I can't take them, blah, 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 blah.
Correct.
So he did, though, say if an SEC team doesn't win, he'd have to leave the country. Now, I don't have that audio for you, but what I do have is him talking about, and this is not the part he needs to shut up about. I'm glad he's saying this. I just hope he and everybody else who's an SEC homer in the media remembers this conversation 6 to 8 months from now, and we're getting ready to talk about next year's college football teams and who's the preseason number one and who's the top five, because this is what Paul Feinbaum himself said this week on ESPN about the SEC.
I mean, I'm under contract to disagree with you, but I don't really care about the contract. Yes. I mean, I have been on that hill, Stephen A., and I am getting destroyed. There's no way to defend the SEC. It's been terrible. This has been a long year for the SEC, and I think in the end, because I kept wrapping my arms around Alabama and saying, Stephen A., did you remember what they did? They went through that gauntlet in the middle of the year. Well, a lot of those teams they beat really weren't very good after all. They lost in bowl games, and they looked terrible.
Yeah, that's right. The dominance is over for the SEC. And quite honestly, it's been over for about 3 years since everybody started getting into the NIL game.
There's only one person that can save it.
Who's that?
The person that started it.
Oh, God.
Urban Meyer.
No. All the jobs have been sorted. Everybody's been hired. Urban's not taking any of those jobs. Come on. That's not happening. But yeah, that SEC dominance is dead. So I'm glad that we can put that to rest for now. And I just hope everyone remembers this when next year it's Arch Manning is going to lead the Texas Longhorns as the number one team in the country. I hope we can just all keep things in perspective here because, I don't want to be like the SEC as a Buckeye fan. I don't really care if the Big Ten is the best conference or not. I care if the Buckeyes are the best team. But it's just nice to hear all these people in the SEC who all they've done is talk about the greatness of their conference. Now they have to own it. It's 3 years in a row where they're not even in the championship game. Enough with this. We have to realize what's actually going on.
The Arch Manning apologists weren't wrong. They were early, okay?
Okay, sure. All right.
This man.
It's good that he looks good when the games were out of when everything was out of reach and the pressure was off. Now suddenly he can come to play. Great. Maybe next year he'll be awesome. Or maybe next year he'll be Cade Klubnik. And then we'll find out. We got 9 months of speculation, 8 months of speculation till we start to figure it out. Also, I have this audio. This is someone who I love dearly. Jeff Rimmer was on with Common Man and Timmy. Now, Common Man was off. Timmy was hosting with Joshua Perry, your guy, my guy. Joshua Perry is going to join us Monday at 8 o'clock. We'll have a full hour with Joshua breaking down transfer portal, college football news, everything. Here is Jeff Rimmer talking to Timmy and Josh and offering a weird congratulations to Joshua Perry.
Well, Josh, let me just say this, and congratulations for that national championship win a few years back. I didn't have a chance to tell you, but I am doing that here tonight. But
that was 12 years ago, Jeff.
Well, I haven't seen him in 12 years.
That's right. That's
right.
Hey, better late than never, they say.
Rims is, like with New Year's, the whole New Year's thing, Happy New Year's thing. Larry David has a bit where he talks about how once we get past, I think it's January 5th or 4th. That's too long. Now if you see someone, you don't say Happy New Year's because we're past that window. Rimmer is offering congratulations to winning a national championship 12 years ago. I think Rimmer's still telling people Happy New Year's is what I'm trying to say. He's still doing that.
First of all, Tyvis, I haven't got a chance to say this since I got on the show. Congratulations on the national championship from a few years ago. But to defend Rimmer's a lot older than us, right? I've gotten to the point that I'm like, oh, that happened a few years ago, and it was like 2021, right? And I'm like, oh, that's been 5 years, not 2 years. I'm sure when we get to his age, 12 years, it's like, that was the other day.
But Dylan, it was another championship won already.
Yeah. I heard something. Right. I mean, it's
you can't. That's like if they hadn't won another championship, maybe you can say that. But like literally, they just won it. Like
I cannot remember where I heard this. I was scrolling
Cloudy
the internet.
with a chance of meatballs. He needs to get his script.
I heard to your point, Dylan, I heard some older actor, and I can't remember any of the details, so
Robert
I'm sorry
De
about
Niro.
this. Sure, maybe it was him. I just came across a clip where they were talking about, yeah, so-and-so's a good young actor, and I respect what they're doing. And then someone in the comments pointed out the person he was talking about was like 42. And it's like, that's young to someone who's 80, right? But it's not, that's not a young actor. That's someone with a 20-year career possibly. So, yeah, anyway, that's morning breath for us today. By the way, we haven't even talked about this morning. That DeMond Williams situation at Washington, insane.
It is, because and it's funny because I was following it on the fans' updates.
Yeah.
Okay, so the update anchors start off with DeMond Williams. DeMond Williams is hit the transfer portal, looking to go somewhere.
This is the Washington quarterback who was supposedly signed a contract for $4 million, and then a week later was like, never mind, I'm hitting the portal.
Yes. So that was the first update. So later in the next show, that was like Bishop and Friends.
Yeah.
Rothman and Ice was DeMond Williams have fired his agent and hired a lawyer.
Well, he didn't fire his agent. His agent fired him.
Whatever.
That situation is crazy because I can't remember who his agent's name is. This is T-Bone forgets names today on this segment, but the agent also represents Jed Fish, who is Washington's head coach. So I'm sure the agent was like, well, I can't represent both these guys. It's kind of a conflict of interest. So he picked going with the coach who makes, $10 million a year versus the player who's going to make $4 million, but whatever. So that, yes, the agent left and then he had to go hire an attorney. Yes.
So then I hear that. By the time I wake up this morning, actually it was last night around like 7:00. Yeah. I checked Twitter and it's DeMond Williams is fully committed to Washington.
All right, so here's how crazy this situation was.
Like, man, what?
He supposedly was going to go to LSU. And, like, the day that news came out, Lane Kiffin is at an LSU basketball game with Sam Levitt, the Arizona State quarterback. And it's like, hold on a second. Supposedly, you're getting DeMond Williams to rip up his contract and sign a new one with you. That puts him in all kinds of legal jeopardy, apparently with Washington, which I'm shocked they could actually enforce anything on that. But then, as that news is out, Lane is at a football game with another quarterback. It's like, I mean, if this isn't a metaphor for everything wrong with Lane Kiffin, I don't know what is. But then the talking point during that time was DeMond Williams. He dropped the news that he was going to leave Washington. Apparently, there was a tragic situation with an athlete at the school. I think she was a soccer player who passed away. So they had a big memorial service for her on campus. And a lot of the athletes all over, all the different programs all came out to this memorial. Apparently, this is when the news came out that he was going to initially leave. Jed Fish's wife jumped on the official Instagram post about him leaving or announcing he's leaving and posted, really sad that you did this during like the memorial. Like the coach's wife is calling this dude out and saying, you seem like a scumbag for doing this. The school is saying we're going to sue you. He didn't want to go there. And now, like 24 hours later, it's like, never mind, I'm committed and I love this place. And it's going to be awesome. Can't wait to represent the Huskies. Like, just
let me see the Washington schedule because I'm going to take the under on whatever they season win total is.
That is such an everything about this is gross, man. I don't mind that the player can move. I don't mind that he can get money. It's the fact that when you've got bad representation, which clearly it sounds like he had some bad advice that told him, yeah, we can rip this contract up and go elsewhere. Apparently not. Or apparently he didn't want to fight it. Like the dude, who was the dude from Miami? Last night there's a guy that got thrown out of the game for targeting. Miami, off the top of my head, I want to say Lucas. What's his name? Is a guy who was at Wisconsin last year. And he transferred out, and Wisconsin it was a similar situation, and the Big Ten and Wisconsin tried to fight him transferring to Miami. It ended up not working in their favor. He transferred out anyway, but I thought that's what was going to happen with DeMond Williams. I thought he was going to be
Xavier Lucas.
Yes, Xavier Lucas, who got thrown out of the game, right. Yeah, he was a guy who transferred from Wisconsin, and they tried to enforce this same contract with him.
Yeah, they did. I do remember that.
Yeah, so
I'm looking at Washington.
I thought that was what was going to happen here.
They're going to lose that.
Tyvis' favorite exercise.
They're going to lose to the schedule. They're going to lose to USC. They're going to lose to the Hoosiers. They're going to lose to Iowa.
Are you looking at the Buckeye schedule or the USC schedule?
This is Washington schedule.
Let's schedule next year.
7-win team.
You heard it here first. T-Bone saying Buckeyes are going 8-4.
I'm telling you what, man. I'm worried about that schedule next year. We'll find out. We'll see who comes back. And in fact, we'll talk with Austin Ward in 2 minutes. What is going on in the portal? We'll get the latest from him next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey, folks. Well, it's been over an hour, but we are still closely monitoring a crash downtown, 670 westbound at that 315 northbound intersection. The right shoulder blocked and down to 29 miles per hour out there. Also seeing rain really coming down over on the west side, 70 at State Route 142, just north of West Jefferson. Pretty slow out there as well. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, folks. Winter is here. The number one cost for everyone each month are those pesky heating bills that never stop increasing. It is time to take action and do something about it. Call USA Insulation today and get your home insulated with our premium foam for only $99 a month, interest-free. That's right, $99 a month. You can have a warm, cozy home that you and your family deserves. 529-2440, 529-2440 or USAinsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
Hey, it's Austin Ward. Listen to The Beat with Austin and Byrne, now powered by the Waterworks and Header Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Get the latest Buckeye news, insights, and unbeatable analysis every day. Don't miss a moment. Stream The Beat with Austin and Byrne, sponsored by the Waterworks and Header Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
New year, new you, new truck from Germain Toyota of Columbus, and the deals are built tough. Drive home the all-new 2026 Toyota Tacoma with 2.99% financing for up to 48 months. Need more muscle? The 2026 Toyota Tundra delivers with 2.99% financing for up to 72 months, or take $3,000 in customer cash. Germain Toyota has the truck and the deal you've been waiting for. Shop today at Germain Toyota of Columbus, where selection, value, and trust come standard. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
BMI Federal Credit Union has been voted Best Credit Union for the past 8 years in a row. With personalized service and excellent products, BMI FCU is ready to help with all your banking needs. Visit BMIFCU.org to open an account today.
Matty Ice has a large tattoo on his calf of LeBron eating a lion. I have nothing else to say. Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan. No, I've never heard of the band on T-Bone's shirt either. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Portal's crazy. NIL's going nuts. It's all tough to keep straight. It feels like we've been talking more about that than we have the actual games on the field, one of which was last night. We have another one tonight with Oregon and Indiana. Portal news is going crazy, and so that's why we're talking to Austin Ward, obviously of Austin and Berm, The Beat, everything you know about college football in Ohio State. Austin and Berm give it to you every day here on The Fan. Austin, thanks for taking the time this morning, buddy. We appreciate it.
Of course. Great to be with you guys. It has been a long, strange 2026, and it feels like it's been going on for more than 9 days.
Dude, I'm telling you, I was talking to my wife, and again, I do nothing other than sit at home and doom scroll this stuff. You're actually reporting on it. But I was talking to my wife. I said, it feels like every day is NFL trade deadline day, wrapped up with like playoffs starting. Like it's all the news at once every day. So obviously there's a lot of news to cover, but I think the one that Ohio State fans are most concerned about right now are these rumors around Bo Jackson. What's the latest that you're hearing, and where does all this seem to stand as we look at it right now?
Yeah, as we sit here right now on Friday morning, there are still, negotiations. There's still an offer. From Ohio State's perspective, what they view as a very competitive offer for Bo Jackson's position, Bo Jackson's stature with the Buckeyes. Above market is the way that they view it. Bo Jackson and his camp had come in, asking for a significant raise, which he's well within his rights to do because he had a fantastic freshman season. He was one of those guys who sort of, relatively speaking, took a little bit less to, hope that it paid off down the road and that he could get a bigger deal and a bigger role with the Buckeyes moving forward. So he certainly has some leverage in that respect, and it feels like that there's just been a little bit of an impasse based on what Bo Jackson's camp's number is and where Ohio State is willing, how far they are willing to go with this. And I know that one of the most popular arguments is that, well, Ohio State has an endless amount of money and they should just pay whatever it takes to keep players. I don't agree with that because there isn't a limitless amount of money. And, we've already seen, and I want to be clear with you guys and everybody listening on 97.1 The Fan. Like, when it comes to actual numbers, I've not seen the contract, and I don't report on NIL deals for student athletes anyway with their private contractual information. If agents want to leak that or players want to confirm that, so be it. I won't. So if we're saying, well, what is the amount of money that we're quibbling over? I can't say that definitively because I'm not in that room, and I won't. But I know that there's a limit that Ohio State feels that it has reached, and if Bo Jackson does not want to take that offer, I think we'll find out an answer relatively quickly, and then Ohio State will move forward happily with Bo in the fold, or they will move into the transfer portal.
When you look at the moves in the transfer portal, what do you think? It looks to me as if they're really focused on it's not about retaining some of those wide receivers and some of these guys that weren't going to be starters, because I understand that, everybody has a price, and if Ohio State's not willing to match their price for a guy who they don't see as a starter, then so be it. And that's why you see so many people in the portal. I understand that. Do you think that their focus is on the trenches?
Yeah. The number of offers and the number of visits that have happened, most of that has happened on the defensive line, Tyvis. They're not really putting any emphasis on the offensive line because of the retention efforts with Carson Hensman and Austin Sareveld. Those guys could go off to the NFL draft. I think they'd be better served staying. We'll see if that is ultimately their decision, because as T-Bone teed it up there, the other part that's going on all at once is the NFL draft deadline is Wednesday. So everything on this calendar is just like spinning like crazy, and there's fires all over the place that you have to put out. But back to your question, Tyvis, there is a strong emphasis and a push being made on the defensive line. And part of that is related to the efforts to keep Caden McDonald, which it sounds like they will not be able to do as his stock continues to climb. Kenyatta Jackson looks like he's in a better position, or at least for Ohio State's perspective, to keep him around. And that would be a massive deal. The pickup yesterday out of the transfer portal from Wisconsin, Christian Allegro, he can also assist with some of that as a stand-up edge threat, in addition to being a linebacker who James Laurinaitis can move around. So they're working on that. And really, it is a lot of that effort has to be done on the defensive side, because this offense is returning almost everything. And the other part that you mentioned at the start, Tyvis, is that Ohio State is paying a lot for its starters, and it is trying to keep its top backups happy. The shift that I think we all have to come to terms with, maybe philosophically, is that you're going to start having the way that Ohio State would pay and the way that they will play players in the season is going to look more like an NFL roster. And that will be, frustrating for Ohio State fans, for Ohio State coaches that are used to having nothing but 4 and 5 stars off the bench. And that was the biggest edge that the program had. The days of teams that had the depth like the one that you played on a decade ago, Tyvis, those are not really feasible financially in this current landscape. And so you're going to take that money that you're spending. Ohio State's going to they're going to have one of the more expensive rosters in college football, but I think it will start to be an emphasis placed on 40 to 50 players instead of 60 to 70.
Austin Ward joining us on the Brian Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. I have plenty of questions about the portal, but one of the things that I have to ask about is I haven't heard a lot of news about it. Where do you think this program lands on hiring an offensive coordinator? Do you think that answer is going to be just roll with the staff that's there? Do you anticipate them going outside of the building? Is the NFL a possibility, bringing someone in from there? What's the latest you're hearing on that?
Yeah, on that front, which, again, everything happening all at once, I think that it is an option on the table for Ryan Day to handle that in-house. We have Cortez Hankton already in there at wide receiver. He doesn't address the play calling situation for Ohio State. And I think when you're looking ahead to the future, could Keenan Bailey and Billy Fessel be offensive coordinators? Tyler Bowen has called plays in his past. Yes. Is that the best approach for Ryan Day, to take his hands fully off the wheel, looking at the schedule that's ahead, looking at the talent that is on this Ohio State offensive roster for next year? I think he needs a head coach of the offense that he trusts, just like he has a head coach of the defense, which he's also working to retain in Matt Patricia, which is a whole other conversation. But I think ultimately Ohio State will get there. I think the NFL carousel spinning as well plays into this. I think the type of candidate that Ryan Day would want to pursue for that may or may not be currently available. based on other offers, based on if their teams are playing. I think what the Buckeyes want to do, what Ryan Day wants to do, is to get through this stretch with the transfer portal, with the roster retention, and then let some of that dust settle in the Woody and then also at the NFL level, and then make a decision there. You look back at the timeline for some of those hires in the last couple of years. You got Bill O'Brien in the middle of January, but Chip Kelly came basically middle of February, right before camp. Matt Patricia was a similar deal a year ago. So I would love for everything to be wrapped up as quickly as possible on all of these fronts, but I do think that we might need to have a little bit of patience. I'm trying to have that. There's not going to be hourly updates on coordinator candidates or getting everything done. I do think ultimately, though, Bone, that will be what Ryan Day settles on, because it's too important, and him remaining in a CEO role is too vital to the future of Ohio State for him to not take that approach.
Why not, Austin? Why can't we have? I don't want hourly updates. I want minutely updates. I want secondly updates.
I get it.
I want push notifications coming out of my ears. Like, I want everything. Give it to me now. All the news, all the info. Never sleep, Austin. You hear me? Never.
I'm working on that front. No doubt about that. It's and look, everything they do with the college football calendar, Bone, every time they make it worse. I mean, this is just not how it should be. It's not fair to anyone involved. I'm not talking about me. Coaches, players making decisions. It was what was wrong with giving them an opportunity to go through spring and then reevaluate? Yes, I know it sucked that we could have changes to the roster in January and then a different roster in May, but is this feasible for anyone?
I think the gamble was literally like, oh, if the players have to go through spring ball, or like if they have to make the decision now, a lot of them will want to stick around and just see what they can do in spring ball. And we're now finding this 1-year experiment. No, they do not want to stick around.
100% wrong. And, and everyone is having to learn that in real time. So the other part of this conversation, Bone, and I know you guys are up against it here, but like Ohio State had just adjusted its philosophy by signing 28 kids in the recruiting class a month ago and spending a lot of money to do so. And to go back to what Tyvis was talking about with, trying to pay all of your players in your roster, if they're not going to be on the field as freshmen, it no longer makes sense to use that investment, because if you're paying anybody, they need to be producing on the field. And some of what Ohio State, if you're looking at this and we want and can be critical about the roster building approach that sits right now in the transfer portal, it is because a lot of money is tied up in players who are probably not going to play in that true freshman class. And that's one of the few times that I could look at this and say, well, that Ohio State did something to be more aggressive a month ago. Oh, and now here's the repercussions. And that's the tricky balance they're trying to navigate right now.
There you go. A Ward Sports on Twitter. Follow him there and on all platforms, on YouTube. Austin and Berm, they'll have the latest for you. Thanks, Austin. We appreciate it. I know you're busy, buddy. Thanks for doing this. Take care.
No, all right. See you guys. Have a great Friday.
There you go. Austin Ward trying to keep it all straight there as this all continues to snowball. We'll hit the buzzer next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good morning. We are still seeing some crashes on our roads, especially on our north side over by Westerville. Start with this one that crashed 71 northbound at Polaris Parkway. Lanes are pretty restricted, and we're already down to 32 miles per hour for your travel times up there, folks. Of course, take it nice and easy. The other crash happening not too far away, once again over by Worthington, 270 westbound, just passing that 315 southbound intersection. A left shoulder blocked out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Tired of snoring? Dr. Mark Levy can help with a custom mouthpiece that opens your airway and stops the snoring. No mask, no noise. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com today. Stop snoring. Sleep better. Live better.
At Babs R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement. As the Midwest's fastest growing 5-star bathroom remodeler, we're more than just transformations. We're a community driven by a mission to bring your dreams to life. Our installation team, part of the Babs R Us community, isn't just skilled. They're dedicated to respecting your home. Each day, they bring craftsmanship and hustle, turning your dream space, no matter the size, into reality. Together, we embrace a culture that values diversity, collaboration, and giving back. From supporting local projects to fostering a workplace where every voice is valued. Babs R Us is more than a company. It's a community of experts. We're also expanding locations to create more possibilities for homeowners across the Midwest. Wherever you are, you'll find us ready to turn your dreams into something you can see, feel, and enjoy every day. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BAB to schedule your free estimate or go to babsrus.com. Babs R Us, where dreams soak in.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
The more you buy, the more you save. Buy 5 or more participating items and save $1 each with your card. Philadelphia cream cheese, Progresso soup, and more. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
At National Geographic Society, we believe in the power of wonder. It drives us to explore, pushes us to see the world differently, moves us to action. And we believe that today, wonder is more essential than ever. Wow. That's why we're supporting a new generation of explorers to ask big questions, make breakthroughs, and bring the future closer. Wonder awaits. Will you join us? Visit natgeo.org/wonder.
Hey, it's T-Bone again. Listen up. Sleep apnea doesn't have to rule your nights. Dr. Mark Levy's been treating snoring and sleep apnea for over 15 years with proven results. And now he has an office in Marysville. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or go to sleepbettercolumbus.com. Stop snoring, sleep better, live better.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Get Eco.
ECO. When your drain is clogged, our drain team will clear it for just $93.
If we can't clear it, it's free.
And we guarantee it will stay clear for at least a year, or we'll clear it again for free.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Go to geteco.com.
Hi, radio listener. Are you having a stressful day? Do you want to unwind before you go home to your annoying family? Good news. You can spend time with our annoying family, Common Man and Timmy.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
The Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. 2 men, 1 appendix. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Oh, yeah. It's been a busy Friday, a football Friday. A lot more of the football coming up on Bishop and Friends, 9 to noon, right here on The Fan. Joining us now is Bo Bishop.
Uncle Bo.
Bo,
Hey, fellas.
Can you believe they interrupted our beautiful portal discussions with a stupid football game last night?
How dare they?
Don't they know? This is all about which players are leaving, who's getting money, which guy now sucks because he wants to leave, which guy's now great because he wants to join. Why are we actually playing football in the midst of all this? I want to just do portal all the time and never watch football anymore, honestly.
Because, Brother Bone, the sport endures. Despite it all, it's the best damn thing going. It's the best.
Kidding, right? It's like the NBA offseason with football. It's crazy.
20 seconds and Chambliss throws into the end zone.
Yeah,
like they got throws into the end zone at the end of that thing last night. I mean, it was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah, I loved it and hated it because the whole time watching it, I'm sitting here thinking it should be the scarlet and gray in this thing, but.
You know what I thought about, Bo? While you was thinking about that, I was thinking about my electric bill. Do you know how much my electric bill is this month?
He's been complaining about this all morning, Bo.
Well, no, I don't. I don't know the square footage of your house. I don't know if you've got hot tubs or pools.
No,
if you've got
I don't got
outdoor lighting. I don't know if you've got outside illumination. I don't know if your kids are leaving lights on.
Everyone in the house has a personal sauna, I believe, right? Tyvis, where you tell me about you got each of your kids a sauna for Christmas, I believe. Is that it?
Bo, how much does an electric bill have to be for you? You're a wealthy guy. How much is an electric bill for you to say like that's too much?
I don't know, $1,000.
Okay, good. I'm at $910.
Oh, then you got it. Okay, so that's not right.
Well,
so
he told us before, just to give context, that his normal bill's like $300 to $350.
Correct.
Sure.
So triple.
Yeah, so you can bid that out. There's a site on the Ohio.gov where you can get a cheaper rate.
Oh,
you don't have to take what they're doing.
Look at that.
So you're not locked into that, buddy. So first of all, I would say I would call whoever your supplier is and say this is astronomical. Like what? I think you got the wrong meter read on this thing. Then I would have a conversation with mom and say, honey, what possibly did we do different that would be 3x what it normally is? And then the third thing I would do, I want to say it's Ohio.gov, or I'll get you the link. I'll send it to you privately. But
I appreciate that.
There's a link where you can bid out contracts for electricity.
Look at that. See, I didn't even know that. I thought you were locked in too.
No,
that's good to know.
No, boys.
Bo, do you feel as a Cleveland guy, Cleveland media guy?
I'm a Montanan.
Do you feel like you're too negative?
Well, I work for the team, so
that's what I told Tyvis to say. Like, I'm going to ask Bo this. I was like, well, as you both collect your checks from the Browns, yeah, this is good.
TJ Ward said that Cleveland media is negative.
I do think that there are people on that beat and people locally up there that thrive in the negativity. Not all, but I think there are people that do. And I think that there is probably needs to be a mending of the down here. This is the biggest difference. Down here, everybody who talks about most everybody who talks about or covers Ohio State loves Ohio State. Like they actively root for them to be good. It was shocking to me when I first got the job at Channel 10, and like Andrea Cameron was the main anchor at that time, and she wore a Buckeye necklace on a Football Friday in scarlet and gray, and and I'm like, wait, what? Like in Tallahassee, smaller town, obviously much smaller, we could show no bias. Like I couldn't root for the Seminoles because there were Gator fans, there were Georgia fans, South Georgia, so Columbus is the most homer town ever. Ever in the country. So everybody, and the fact that Ohio State wins all the time, like all of those things kind of go hand in hand. And I just think like up there are some people who bask in the misery of all of it. And I do think that part's real. And so I understand how it could get exhausting.
As someone who does kind of get the why are you so negative occasionally thrown at him, I will say that like I'm wondering how many of those people do it because they genuinely are just like, hey, I'm trying to be objective. And how many of them are just like, if I say this, everyone clicks on it. And like, that's because that's a thing that we all know in this business happens. And again, I'm someone who I support people who want to like bring up the other side just to like, we should have some balance here in the media. But there are people that are just provocateurs who, again, I'm the last person who's defending the Browns because they don't deserve it. But like, there are people who just literally thrive on, ooh, there's a fire. Let me get some gasoline. You know?
Yeah. And then there's some people who bring the gasoline in the matches and light it.
Yeah. There's that too. Yeah.
But
those folks.
I want you to know that the Cavs lost last night. I know you got.
Do you know on my list of things that I give a damn about where that is? Like 99th. 99th on things I care about right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
what
about Trey Young forcing his way to Washington, D.C.? Do you have a take on that?
The Wizards trade to get Trey Young out of Atlanta.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, this is... God, the NBA, it's so weird. If you go like 2 hours a different direction, it might be the only thing they're talking about. And yet here, it's like not even a blip.
But I think that's all agenda setting, right? Because you have some sort of you have a vested interest. The people who talk that much about the NBA or NHL or MLB or any of those things, they have a vested financial interest in the product.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like there's the people who watch it, it doesn't justify the conversation. No. Like, I would have rather watched, if somebody said you can watch Cavs Timberwolves last night, or you can watch The Last Dragon for the 150,000th time, give me Bruce Leroy. I'll run that back. Little vanity, who gets hurt?
Yeah. At least you know the payoff's better there. You have, with the NBA half the time,
He's
it's like
catching bullets with his teeth, Bone.
Right.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Who couldn't want that? It's epic. All right. So plenty of Bruce Lee discussion, I'm sure. But
Bruce Leroy.
Yeah,
Bruce Leroy. Yeah. And a little football, too, I presume, today.
Bone, have you seen The Last Dragon?
No.
It's one of those It's one of those blackbusters I got to put him on to.
You haven't seen The Last Dragon?
When did it come out?
I don't know, like 85.
I'm not saying
Oh, that's good. I was 3 and in a religious cult, so no.
I'm going to tell you what. I
missed it.
You can do this at work. It's safe. I want you to Google Show Nuff. I want you to Google Come on, dude. And then I want you to just Google Vanity, because Vanity in The Last Dragon may have been the perfect female form that ever existed.
Oh,
she was.
All right,
she threw 180.
Yeah. I'm gonna go look this up right now.
Yeah, it's safe. It's safe. Kids could watch it.
All right, perfect. We'll watch it tonight. That's what. Well, other than we got the playoff game, and then we're doing it.
Then you could get into it.
There we go. Perfect.
Right,
thanks, Bo. Appreciate it. Have a great Friday. See you then.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Find your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealer at Bryant.com.
I'm just distracted by the last track.
Yeah.
That's
when I ask
good reference by you guys.
Who's the master, you say Shona.
Okay, I gotta watch it. This is from last night. Jamar Chase was playing video games. He was playing in, it says
Ark Raiders.
Okay, so you know what this is. You saw this.
Very popular game.
Okay, he's playing in Ark Raiders. He gets killed, and apparently you can be revived.
Mm-hmm.
He said you can be defibbed. Is that like defibrillator?
Yeah.
Whatever. So apparently on this live stream, he's playing, he's broadcasting it. He apparently asked if someone could come and defib me, I will give you season tickets. Which, you know what? That's a nice little card to be able to pull out when you're playing video games so you don't lose. It's just, hey, I'll give you season tickets.
Well, I wonder if they know, like, it's the Jamar Chase. Because if it was, I feel like a fan would have just picked him up.
Well, yeah, but it's also like, I'm a fan.
I would have shot him.
I live in a...
Stay down.
Heartless.
Then you would have told him that you could guard him one-on-one.
That's right. You would have done that too. Exactly. All right. More Football Friday coming up next. Have a great rest of your Friday. We'll be back to recap everything for the weekend, Monday morning, bright and early, 6 a.m. Steve Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, this rainy day commute is definitely causing some concerns on this Friday. We are seeing some slower drive times throughout the metro this morning, as many people are being impacted right now, especially the north side as well as the west side, where rain is just really downpouring, coming down hard out there. Also seeing some portions of different interstates as you're heading downtown pretty slow, 71, 70, as well as parts of 315 this morning. Guys, take it nice and slow. Of course, decrease your speed, avoid any hard braking, and leave plenty of distance between yourself and other cars around you. I'm 10 TV